just check whether that link is open. Open, right? No? Just a minute, I'll share that. Okay, now it will open it a minute. Video open हो रहा है? YouTube. I am talking about the Google Classroom. Okay, no problem. Now it will open, I think. Yeah, it's open. We'll try to do rapid revision, okay? And you guys are going to answer the questions in the chat. Ready? Okay, look here now. The history section for the NDA, it has little bit extra. That is the American Revolution, the French Revolution, then Russian Revolution, then you have sometimes World War I, then World War II, Industrial Revolution, all these things. Okay? Look here, eyes on the screen here. Did you all get the link?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you all get the link? You didn't join the class? Why? I gave you the code. Take it, no problem. Anyway, you are here live. More than this live, you are live here. Okay. Fine. So here you have American Revolution, French Revolution, Russian Revolution, and World War I and World War II. Okay. So we'll try to finish as early as possible, and then I'll tell you how the questions are asked in your exam. Okay. So first heading, write down the American Revolution. First heading, American Revolution. Written? Okay, look at this. This is North America, this is Europe. So we are going to see some as part of history what happened here. Okay, what happened here 200 to 300 years back. So in Europe you have countries like France, okay, then Portugal, then Spain, then England. Okay, these countries are there. So what happened? These countries used to do trade. They used to do business. Okay, in the name of cotton or the spice or something like that. So here in this is North America. There was a settlement here, that is French settlement. So whatever I am going to tell you a story that is happening in which part here? North America. Okay, so look at this. So imagine this is North America. In North America already French people they were doing business. Okay, French people they were doing business, they were growing. So back in Europe what is happening? The England and the French, there is a competition between them. Who will be rich? Okay, what is who will be rich and powerful, something like that. So the English they also started to explore the business, and they also came to the North America here. Okay, and they also started settling up here. Now slowly what is happening day by day, the business, the English business, it's growing. Okay, so now here there was 13 colonies. Write down 13 colonies. Colonies matlab settlement. Colonies means settlement. Done? Colonies means settlement. Understood? Okay. Now look at this. So the English people, they had 13 colonies here, and their business is developing in America. This is happening in what part here? America. And slowly, as the business is expanding, they want land to expand their trade. So now they are entering this area. But what the French people are telling, you cannot come in our territory because already we are doing business here. So now there is a fight between the French and the British people here. Okay, these are all the businessmen. So in the name of trade, they have gone here. So now when there is a fight between the 13 colonies and this settlement, the French settlement, the English people, they wanted help. So they required help, so they called to the King of Britain. Okay, so back they had king, so they requested the king, can you come and help us in this war, in this fight? So the King of Britain told that, okay, yes, I am ready for it. Okay, so now the king from Europe, okay, from Europe he started sending soldiers. Now all these soldiers, they arrived. Okay, imagine this is North America and this is Europe. All these soldiers, they arrived. Okay, they have crossed an ocean called as Atlantic Ocean. So the movement of the soldiers from the Europe to America, it took a lot of money. Okay, a lot of cost was involved. Whenever there is war, it comes with a heavy cost. Remember, okay, wherever there is war, it comes with a heavy cost. Okay, so now here the European soldiers, they were sent, the British soldiers, they were sent, and now there is a fight. So in this fight, what happened? The French settlement here, they were defeated. So who were victories here? The Britishers were victory. They had victory here. But here there are 13 colonies and they were all businessmen. They went here to do business like trade. In India we have East India companies, correct? So like that we have here a company which went and started expanding the territory. Now what happened? After this war, the situation changes. Okay, after the war, the situation changes. The situation is that these British citizens, now they are treated differently by the king. Now the king from the Europe, he says that, okay, now that war is over, okay, you guys have to pay me money. Now why you have to pay me money? Because I have sent you the soldiers and the war was very costly. So when this reply, the king gave, the British citizens here, they thought, why are you treating us like this? So you are treating us like a foster child. Okay, we are your citizen. This is your war. This is our war. We have all the territory. Why don't you think like that? So the king told, no, that is all separate. The war was, expensive. You have to pay the money. So this is how the problem started. So till now, what you heard between the French and the British, this is not American Revolution. Now what you're going to see is the American Revolution. So look at this. The American Revolution started with fight between the king and the businessman, the British businessman, those were settled here. Okay. So now there is a problem. Now these people are telling that they are requesting some recommendation. The king is refusing. Now what is that? There is one famous quote that is, write down, no tax, no tax without representation. No tax without representation. So this is a famous quote in the we'll come across the American Revolution. Okay, so look at this. Now here you have the British businessman and here you have England, imagine. Okay, and here this is king, and now they have a system called as parliamentary system. Okay, so now look at this. What the king was demanding, the king was demanding tax from the businessmen here in the North America. Now what these people are telling, suppose if we pay the tax, we are ready to pay the tax. If we pay the tax, what will you do? Will you develop England or will you help us in growing? Okay, will you help this area to develop or will you help the England to develop? Now tell me, you are the businessman. Imagine you are in North America, you are all in North America, you are going to pay the tax. What will you expect? To develop the England or to develop the North America? North America. That is the logic, right? But what is happening? The king told whatever money is going to be taken as a tax from you will be used for the development of the England. Okay. Now why is the question? Why it is like this? Because there was no representation of this businessman in the British Parliament. Okay. Now what does it mean? Now for example, we have Bangalore. Okay, we have Bangalore, we have Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, right? So in suppose if there is a person, we have MP. What is MP stands for? Member of Parliament. Okay, so now this MP is from Bangalore. Member of Parliament is from Bangalore. So when he is in Lok Sabha or when he is in Rajya Sabha, what will he do? He will stand up and he will give the problems faced by the Bangalore people. Okay, the Prime Minister will be there or all these people will be there. So he will stand up and speak. He will say that Bangalore, we require more money. This budget, there was no money given. He will speak again for the Bangalore, right? So there is a representation, correct now? Do you understand? There is a representation in the parliament. But here what happens here in business, the North American situation here, the businessman, they didn't have any representation in the parliament. You got the point? So since they didn't have any representation, the tax money was utilized for the development of the England. That is the reason why there is a statement given here, no tax without representation. Please sir, come in. Ma'am will come, I will send him up. Yeah, please. Aja, udhar better. Come in, sir, come in. Sir, ma'am will come, that time I will send him up, sir. No, the other ma'am. Yeah. Okay, you got the point here now? सबको समझ में आया? Okay, so ये है situation. So no taxation without representation. This is the situation. Now look at this. From America, people are sending some letters to the king. Okay, they are requesting something that please don't increase the tax. Okay, please don't do this. We are all US citizens like that. So now king is getting angry. Now what king does? He puts a tax on tea. Okay, now why tea? Because tea was consumed by the big businessman. Once upon a time, tea was something where it was drink by the rich people. Okay, it was not drunk by the rich people. It was a commodity where only rich people can afford. Okay, like that. So now what happened? The king told that I am going to put tax on tea. Then I am going to put tax on sugar. Okay, look at this. So when we make tea, we add sugar in it. So what did king told? I am going to increase the tax on sugar. Okay, I am going to increase it. So why? What happens if you increase the tax on sugar? If you see the byproduct of the sugar industry, you have something called as molasses. What is molasses? How many of you crossed somewhere when you were traveling the sugar industry? How many of you crossed sugar industry when you were traveling from one place to other? So how was the air? Yeah, it is very this smell, right? You try to close your nose, right? So that is nothing but the molasses. Now what is that? What the people will do with that molasses? They try to prepare alcohol. What they prepare? Alcohol. Do you understand? So what is king doing here? Directly is trying to increase the tax on sugar so that the other products will also increase. Now the subjects here, the people here, they are unhappy with this. Okay, they are requesting to reduce the tax. King is putting more tax. Okay, so now what happened? These people, they are delaying to pay the tax. Now king is telling, okay, I'm going to send some officers. Okay, so he's appointing some officers, and these officers all the way from England, they go here, and now they are going and checking the offices. Factories are there, no, here. So in each and every factory, the king is telling, okay, I will go and the officers are telling, we'll go and collect the taxes directly. Okay, so now some men appointed, some officers appointed by the king, they are going inside the American soil, and now they are going to collect the taxes. Okay, so now what happens when this man is coming, when this officer is coming, the businessmen here, what they do, they hide in one place and they pour tar on them. Okay, tar is there, no, road tar we read, right? It is not hot tar, it is little bit cold, which is in a little bit molten state. So after pouring tar on the body, they will throw feathers. Chicken feathers are there, no? They will throw feathers on it, on the officers. So what happens when the officer goes back home? You imagine how much time he will require to clean himself. Do you understand? So like this attack started coming. So these incidents are called as tarring and feathering. You can write down tarring and feathering. Tarring and feathering. Written? Tarring and feathering. Okay. So what is the meaning of tarring here? To pour tar on the officers. And what is the meaning of feathering here? To throw feathers on. Why they are doing like this? Because these officers are coming to collect the taxes. Okay. So this situation is going on. Now the king is getting more angry. What king is doing? He is sending more troops. He is sending more troops. He is sending more army so that these people will listen to him. So now he is trying to suppress. He is trying to suppress these people, and he is trying to force the North American, the businessman here, to listen to his command. Okay, this is going on. Now here what happens? There is one person called as Sam Adams. Write down. Okay, Sam Adams. So he is favoritely called as Uncle Sam. Okay, his nickname is like Uncle Sam, and Uncle Sam is called as today's American Army. Okay. Written? Okay, look at this. So here we have something called as Minutemen. What does it mean? The Native Americans are called as Minutemen. See, these businessmen, they are from Britain, they are from Europe. Okay, but originally, no, there are some people, those who are already staying in America. So those who are already staying in America, they are called as what? Minutemen. So what this Sam Adams is doing, he's collecting these people, he's gathering all these people, and now he's trying to make his own army. Okay, like for example, you can compare this personality to Indian history, Bhagat Singh. You know what Bhagat Singh did? He started Hindustan Republican Army, he started collecting all the Jawans, and he started attacking the British Empire. Like that, Sam Adams is a very famous personality in the American Revolution. So what Sam Adams is doing, he is trying to gather all these people, he is trying to motivate the people to fight against the soldiers sent by the King of Britain. Okay, this is going on. So Sam Adams, he is one of the important person. Got it? Now we have something called as First Continental Congress. Write down. We have something called as First Continental Congress. Now here, Congress means meeting. Okay, Congress means a group of people who meet for certain issues. So First Continental Congress, this is held in a place called as Philadelphia. Write down. Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a place. So Philadelphia, the First Continental Congress, that is the first meeting takes place. Now who are the people here? We have a very famous person, that is Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin. Okay, then we have this guy Sam Adams. Okay, Sam Adams. Okay, then we have other leaders, like for example George Washington. George Washington. Okay, so these all people, they are all like, having a meeting. They are all like the citizens of Britain only, but now they are going in America, and they are trying to run a business, and now they are requesting for the rights. See, now slowly what we are watching is that fight for the rights. Fight for what? Rights. Now they are Benjamin Franklin, all these people, they are telling the king that I'm your citizen, we want right. Okay, something like that. So now here we have these people. Next we have one person called George Washington. Write down. George Washington. George Washington, he started Continental Army. He started Continental Army. He started Continental Army. Written? Okay, he started Continental Army. Okay, next. Now here we will see an incident. Okay, that is Boston Massacre. Boston is a place. Okay, Boston Massacre. Now in Indian history we have studied Jallianwala Bagh. Correct? So what happened in Jallianwala Bagh? You know, General Dyer opened fire on the people. Okay, those who were assembled peacefully. The same thing happens here. There is a place called as Boston Massacre, and now the incident goes like this. So here there was a police station. Okay, here imagine there is a police station, and there were a lot of police here armed with guns, and here there were some protesters. Okay, they were raising slogan against the government. Okay, so they were raising a slogan against the government, and the police people, they got an information that among this there may be some Minutemen. Who are these Minutemen people? Yes, appointed by the Sam Adams, because they may attack these people and they may kill. So orders were given to these people, anytime maybe there is Minutemen and they may attack these people, you be ready with the gun and the be ready with the gun to attack these people. So all these people were protesting, they were raising slogan, everything was going on fine. All of a sudden someone from this crowd, inside this crowd, when they were raising a slogan, one guy, what he did, he shouted loudly, fire. What he shouted? Okay, gully chalao. Okay, fire karke. So there was a pressure situation, everyone was tensed up, they were also tensed up. Now what these people they thought, what these soldiers they thought, the command of fire is given by their commander. Okay, They thought their commander told to open fire, and they opened fire, and all these people were killed. Okay, all these people were killed. So this is an incident called as what? Boston Massacre. Okay, so when Boston Massacre took place, now you know who will be taking action now? Sam Adams. Now Sam Adams started taking training these minute men seriously. So with the help of weapons and guns, he started recruiting more people. Okay, he started recruiting more people, and now there is direct attack on the government. Now look at this. Now there is one more incident called as Boston Tea Party. Okay, what is this here? Boston Tea Party. Now the Native Americans are called as Mahawk Indians. Okay, we know, we have studied the Vasco da Gama and all that story in the Indian history. I told you that one person, he went to America and he discovered that there are some Indians there, but then they have named it as an Red Indians. Okay, so like that we have now Boston Tea Party. So what Sam Adam is doing? Sam Adam, he, see, Boston is a port like Chennai, Bangalore, okay, Mumbai, like this. Boston is a port. So imagine here there is a port. Okay, here there is a ship. Okay, so on this ship, imagine this is a ramp. Okay, and here on this port there will be boxes. And what are these boxes? These boxes are tea boxes. Okay, tea was exported from America to Europe, to England. So some workers here, okay, they are all Indian workers, those who are working on the ports, okay, and they will walk on the ship and they will keep the boxes here. Okay, this is how the work was going on. But one day what happened? The Sam Adams and his minute men, they dressed up like these workers. They changed the dress, they dressed up like these workers, and they started walking on the ramp. They started taking these tea boxes, they walked here, and from the ship they started throwing the box in the sea. Okay, so these tea boxes, now there is a word called as crates. What is this here? Crates. The crates, the crates, the boxes were thrown from the ship into the sea. This is called as Boston Tea Party. This is called as what? Boston Tea Party. They may ask you statement wise question, which among the following statement is right or wrong. You have to come up with the right answers. Okay, so Boston Tea Party, got the point. Now why did this thing happen? Because Boston Massacre happened. What happened here? Boston Massacre. Now why the government, they threw tea boxes here? Because of this, the Britishers used to get money. They were making more money. Okay, so that's why they caught this place. Okay, next we have one more incident. We have a place called as Lexington. Okay, Lexington, and then we have Concord. Okay, these are the two places. Okay, Lexington and Concord. Slowly what happened? The Continental Army, Sam Adams, Minutemen, they started becoming more powerful, more standardized, and they have more weapons, sophisticated weapons, where the British Army could not attack these people. Okay, so now what happened? The British soldiers, the King's soldiers, they got information that in Lexington there are a lot of weapons hidden. Okay, that they have secret weapons, the Sam Adams and this group. So if we captured Concord, if we captured Lexington, the Minutemen, Sam Adams, everyone will be defeated. So the soldiers, the King's soldiers, okay, I'm talking about the King's soldiers, okay, they went to Concord and they started attacking Minutemen. Those who were there, they started killing. So some Minutemen were killed, and now the soldiers started marching towards Lexington. Okay, so now after going to Lexington, when they came back, there was again a fight, and here by the time they are coming back, upar jao, dono upar jao, third one. Okay, by the time these people are coming back, by the time these soldiers are coming back, the Minutemen, they surrounded, they started attacking. Okay, so this was a battle called as Battle of Lexington and Concord. Okay, you have to remember this incident, because most of the time in exam they are asking chronology. Which was the first incident, which was the second incident, year wise. Okay, so remember this. So there is one incident in the American Revolution. What is this here? Lexington and Concord. Okay, fine. So here there was a stiff fight between the King's soldiers and the Minutemen, and like that thing happened. And the final decisive battle, okay, this happened on Battle of Bunker Hill. Write down. Battle of Bunker Hill. Okay, Battle of Bunker Hill. So there's a hill, and the King's soldiers, they were attacking the Minutemen, and Minutemen attacked near about 3,000 people died in this battle, And the result was, imagine, here there is a port, this is the port Boston. Okay, I told you the king sent the soldiers. After the French and the British settlement, they had a fight. King is sending their soldiers, right, for the support of the English people, right? So the soldiers, they came via Boston. Now look at this, the end of this American Revolution, Battle of Bunker Hill. When the king's soldiers, they were defeated, they started running from this place and they went to Boston. They took the ship and they went back to England. They took the ship and they went back to England. So the king's soldiers, the king, the British king, okay, those soldiers were defeated. They ran away from this battlefield because they realized we cannot, defeat these people. So now here these businessmen were all free. Now tell me, who are these businessmen? They are the same citizens of England. They are the same citizens of England. So they settled down here. So these people, when all these soldiers they left, these people they told, now let us declare independence. Now let us declare independence. So this decision was taken in Second Continental Congress. You can take it down. In the Second Continental Congress, it was decided that now this will be completely free country. Okay, now this North America will be completely free country. So now we are talking about the 13 colonies, those who declared independence from the Britishers. And this is happening in the year 1776. Second Continental Congress, Declaration of Independence. Declaration of Independence, this is happening in the year 1776. Got it? This is happening in the year 1776. हो गया, सबको समझ में आ गया? Okay, अब देखो इधर. So now here, this was the time when Benjamin Franklin, okay, Sam Adams, George Washington, all these people, they decided that we will have no relation with the king of the England. Now we are completely free country. Now the question comes, okay, we are all free country, but what does the free means? What is the meaning of freedom? So do we have special rights? Like this, they are discussing about rights. What they are discussing now? What is the meaning of a free man? They are discussing like this. Okay, so all these people in Second Continental Congress, they sit together and they decide, okay, we are free, but we should follow some rules. Okay, so who can give us the better rules like that? So that time there was a person called as Thomas Paine. Write down his name. Okay, very important in American Revolution. Thomas Paine has written a book. That book name is Common Sense. That book name is Common Sense. So in this Common Sense book, Thomas Paine had shared some of the ideas. What does a free man mean? Okay, a free man means what are the things he will enjoy. Okay, so in that there are something mentioned. So that is what today we call it as rights. That is what we today call it as rights. Okay, so now in the American Revolution, we call it as Bill of Rights. We call it as what? We call it as what? We call it as Bill of Rights. Do you understand? In American, so this is the beginning of the fundamental rights. So this Bill of Rights in Indian Constitution, in Indian Parliament system, we call it as fundamental rights. We call it as fundamental rights. In polity chapter, we have seen there are more than, like we have about 22 parts. What is part number 3? Part number 3 is fundamental rights. We have seen that fundamental right is taken from which constitution? USA Constitution. Now did you understand why we have taken from American Constitution? Because this was the first country in the world, American, okay, this is called as American Revolution. This was the first country in the world to declare something called as rights, fundamental rights. And now here the American fundamental rights are different. The Americans, they have the right to hold weapon, but Indians, they don't have right to hold weapon. You understand? So they have the right to hold weapon and self-defense. So that's why if you see in America, you can see gun culture. Okay, people, they kill one another in mall or school or college, anywhere, right? But in India, we don't have that. Okay, we have seen in the fundamental right chapter in polity that why the Constitution forefathers, they refused to give the fundamental right to hold weapons in India. The minorities, they can hold gun. For example, Kodavas. Okay, for example, Sikh, they can have swords. But that is not for killing or something like that. It is just for the cultural thing. Okay, so like that. So do you all understand what is Bill of Rights? What is free man? Okay, so who wrote the book Common Sense? Thomas Paine. Okay, so this is what is all happening in the American Revolution. Now, how to remember this American Revolution in one shot? Pretty See Ladki. Okay, pretty सी लड़की टी कुकीज फ्रेंच फ्राइज ले आएंगी समझे ढक्कन. क्या है? प्रीटी सी लड़की टी कुकीज फ्रेंच फ्राइज ले आएंगी समझे ढक्कन. Okay, ढक्कन D stands for Declaration of Independence 1776. This is called as American Revolution of Independence. Okay, now look at this. Year 1776 America got independence. And in India 1773, just 3 years back, Warren Hastings becomes the governor of India. So the beginning of the British rule started in India and America got independence. Do you understand? So this is the constitution. Now look at this slowly if you see the American Revolution ahead. So from 1776, look at this. From 1776, today we have 50 countries together. That's why we call it as USA, United States of America. Initially it was only 13 colonies. There were only 13. So we have something north colonies, south colonies. Now the southern colonies, here what happens, slowly the Britishers here. See, ultimately who won here? The British businessmen, they won here. So now the French people, they lost. They gone. Now the king soldier, the king soldiers, and they also gone. Now they are completely free. They are, the whole continent is there. It is like that. Now they want to grow their industry. What is the industry? Cotton textile industry was, the important thing. So in India also what happened? Cotton, it was given priority. So these people, they want to grow cotton. Now they want some people who can help in grow cotton. So what they are doing? They are going in other part of the world. So now here, if this is globe, this is North America. Here we have a continent that is Africa. What is this continent here? Africa. Now these people here, they come to Africa, they go to each and every country and they try to select the best men or women who can work under the sun throughout the day. Okay, like that. So they slowly after the year of 1776, slowly if you see, there was a slave trade, slave market. Okay, now all the slaves, they used to come from the Africa and they used to be settled here in the southern part. Okay, now here if you see Oklahoma, Dakota, all these places, here you can see the black Africans. Okay, more numbers here. Do you understand? And here we have the white Americans here. Do you understand? So now slowly the fight between the white Americans and the black Americans takes place here. Now then, so after many years, remember, after many years, we have a person called as Abraham Lincoln. Who is that? Have you heard this person's name? Yes. Abraham Lincoln. Who is this? What is so special about him? Sit down. Yeah. Sit down. Just a minute, I'm coming. Abraham Lincoln. Yeah. First black president. No. First black president is not Abraham Lincoln. He was the first American president to fight for the slaves. You understand? He was the first American president to fight for the slave. What does it mean? Yeah, you come in. Now this is America. I told you the upper part is full of the British settlement and the lower part is full of the slaves. Okay, African slaves. Now what happened? There used to be clashes. There used to be fights. Okay. So if you have time, Saturdays or Sundays or some days, you can go and watch a movie which has won Oscar. That is 12 Years a Slave. What is that? 12 Years a Slave. You just go and watch this movie, you'll realize how terrific the slavery was. Okay, I don't think abhi YouTube mein hai ke nahi malum nahi, but fir bhi just search it and just watch it. Okay, so now look at this. There was a divide between these people. There used to be fight. So Abraham Lincoln, after becoming the president, he told that I am going to give them citizenship. I am going to give them what? Citizenship. That means till Abraham Lincoln came, these Africans were not treated as citizen. Like for example, you have witnessed in your life that what happened in Sri Lanka, Tamil and the Sri Lankans, right? So the Sri Lankan Tamils did not get Sri Lanka citizenship. That's why they were killed. Now what is happening in Myanmar? This is happening. Correct now. So same thing is it happened here in America, but who stopped this? Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln stopped this. Okay. So yeah, in it out. Okay, Abraham Lincoln stopped it. Okay, so this is the situation. Now slowly if you go, in the year 1917, just 100 or just near about century ago, okay, the women, they get the right for voting. Do you understand? In the election system of the America, women, they didn't get right till the 1917. See, look at this. 1776 America got independence. Which year? 1776 America got independence, and 1917 women got the voting. They got the power to elect. Okay, so in India become republic in which year? 1950. Okay, 1950. The day when India become republic, 26th of January 1915. That day itself, everyone got the voting powers. This is called as universal adult franchise. What is that? Universal adult franchise. Okay, so this is the comparison between the Indian government and the American government, democracy. Do you all understand? Okay, so this is what is happening in the American Revolution. I have my notes. You refer that note. That is more than enough. And American Revolution, NCERT may it is not mentioned. Okay, it was mentioned in the old NCERT, and even the CBSE after COVID, they are not asking any question in the board exams. But in UPSC, they are asking questions on it. Okay, so they will ask you questions on the like Thomas Paine, okay, Continental Congress, Benjamin Franklin, like that. One question was asked in science related from Benjamin Franklin. Okay, the question was Benjamin Franklin did an experiment with a kite, tying a key, and he started flying the kite during rain. So what did he prove? What did he prove? Yes. What did he prove? Why did he fly kite when there was rain? Yeah. Why? Tell me. Guess it quick. He wanted to check the lightning. It is made up of what? When there is rain, there is lightning and thunder. Correct? Lightning and thunder. So he want. Yes, ma'am. Saharsh, come here. Ma'am, he's here. Saharsh, come here. Jao. You, Spooty, you also go. Okay. Yes, ma'am. He's there. Yeah. Ja. So lightning, it is all about electrons, flow of charge. How we came to know? Because there was a person called as Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin did this experiment by flying kites. He started tying keys to the thread and then he did it. This is mentioned in a small section. Imagine this is your textbook. So here there is a small section. Here there is a person just flying kite. Okay, a small story. What our students will do, they will read till here. There will be exercise, correct? No. So till here we will study. We will not study whatever is in this box. But UPSC will ask everything from the box. If anyone, those who are here in CBSE schools, NCERT textbooks, those who have, you have NCERT textbooks, there will be two people, no, one small boy and one small girl. They will be talking, they will be asking questions to each other, right? So UPSC will ask questions from them. Okay. We will not give importance, but UPSC will ask questions from them. Okay, तो ये आपको याद रखना है. American Revolution हो गया. Okay, ready. Next, write down French Revolution. Quick. French Revolution. Done? Yes, sir. Have you heard a king called as Napoleon? Yes, sir. Okay, we'll see about him now. Okay, very important. So French Revolution से questions बहुत आएंगे, so get ready. Okay, so look at this. One question for your NDA is 4 marks. Okay, one question if it is right 4 marks. Imagine in merit you will be like 3,000 to 4,000 ranks ahead. So French Revolution, usually what used to happen, there was a king and he was from France, but he was married to a queen who was from Austria. She was from Austria. So the king from the France, he married a queen from Austria. This was the situation. So usually the king was the head of the whole government, and the society, okay, the whole society of the France was divided into estate. You can write down the first estates, then you have second estates, then you have third estates, then you have third estates. You got it? Written? Okay. Now the first estates consist of the king and the noblemen. Okay, very high noble people. The second estates will consist of businessmen, and the third estates will consist of the poor and the middle class family. The agriculture, the farmers, okay, like that. The middle class family. Okay, the French government, they had something called as tax. There are two types of taxes here. You can write down tithe and taille. Now this is the tax by the church, or you can say the government, and this is the tax by the, this is called as direct tax. Tail is called as the direct tax.
So second,
Yeah.
second,
Second estate's businessman. Written? Okay. So now look at this. This is the situation. Whenever the king, okay, the king of the France, he wants to increase or decrease the taxes, he will call for the meeting. And the meeting consists of the first estate, second estate, and the third estate. Now look at the situation. In this meeting, there will be vote. This estate will have one vote, second estate will have one vote, third estate will have one vote. So totally how many votes? Totally there are 3 votes. But look at this. The number of people in for estate number 1 is 100. The number of people in estate number 2 is, imagine, 200, and number of people in third estate will be 300. So all these 300 people, their vote will be considered as one vote. All these 200 people, their vote will be considered as 1, and all this estate number 1, their vote will be considered as 1. Okay. Now the king will ask a question. I am going to increase the tax. How many of you say yes? Estate 1 ko question पूछेगा, second estate ko he will ask question, and third estate he will ask question. Now what happens? The problem lies here. There was no proper vote. One man, one vote system was not there. One group, one vote was there. So there was no proper outcome. Now, whether the tax is increased or decreased, only the third estate is going to pay it. Who is going to pay it? The taxes will be paid by only this group. Okay, only by the third estate. Now look at this. The king is asking a question. I am going to increase the tax. Okay, how many of you are ready for it? What these people will do? They will say yes or no? Yes. They will say yes, because there is not, they are not going to get affected. What about the second estate? They will also say yes. And what about the third estate? They will say no. So out of 3 vote, 2 is telling yes and 1 is telling no. So what the king will do? The king will say yes, the group has agreed for increasing the tax. This system was going on. Okay, so one fine meeting, here what happens, the king called for Tithe and Taylor meeting. So this was the king here. On right side we have first estate, and the second, this side we have second estate. King is here, and opposite to him, imagine I am here, opposite to me some far distance there were the third estates. Okay, they were third, all these people were sitting, these all people were, they got a seat, but all these people they were standing. There are about 600 people, they were standing, and they have only one vote. So when the meeting started, okay, when the meeting started, this estate they protested. This this group they told that, dear king, let us try to change the voting system. Let us give one person one vote. Let us not give one estate one vote. We'll give one person one vote. Now you tell me whether this demand is right or wrong. Right. It is right or wrong? It is right. So now when these people they demanded for a separate one person one vote, the king got angry. The king is telling that you belong to third estate and you are ordering me. Okay, you are telling me, you are giving me ideas. Immediately you all get out from my palace. So this is called as Bastille Palace. What is this here? So this meeting was happening in a palace called as Bastille Palace. Okay, so the king ordered all these 3 estates people to go out of the palace, that is Bastille Palace. So now these people were forcefully sent out. So now here the turning comes in the history of the French Revolution. This all 3 estate people they come out, and here there is a court. This court is called as tennis court. What is this here? Tennis court. So you know tennis game, right? So there was a stadium. So they all went. All the 3 estate people they went inside. They sat inside the court, and they all came together and they decided, from now onwards we will try to make constitution for ourselves. We will abolish this system of estate 1, estate 2, estate 3. We'll abolish it. We'll try to make our own constitution, and we will not pay taxes, because the king, the government is functioning because of whose taxes? Estate number 3. So who are the rulers here? Who are the main powerful people here? So now what happened? All the 3 estate people, they are telling we will not pay tax. Okay, now this information went to the king, and they took promise. The third estate people, they took promise that we will not leave this tennis court till constitution is ready. Okay, we will not leave this tennis court till our constitution is ready. That was the promise made by the third estate people. Now the king is getting afraid. Okay, king is now fearing that something will happen to him. So now what happens? He gets a message. King gets a message that the constitution is going to abolish estate 1, estate 2, estate 3. He told that, okay, very good, no problem. The constitution is going to give one person one vote. King is telling, okay, good, no problem. Third was, the constitution is going to abolish the system of the king also. There won't be any king. Now what will happen? What the king will do? He was now confused. The king told that, okay, okay, dear, listen, we'll do one thing. You do whatever you want, but don't abolish my powers. Okay, so I will be your king and I will listen to you now. Okay, I will listen to you. So now the third estate people, they made a constitution, and from that day estate 1, 2, 3, that was abolished. But the head of the government was the head of the government was the king. So this is what the situation. So we have finished out of 3. One section is over now. Estate is abolished. Now we have the second situation. That is called as a party called as Jacobian party. Write down. There is a party called as Jacobian party. There is a party called as Jacobian party. Ready? Now here there is a person, okay, Maximilian, or his name is Robespierre. He started a party called as Jacobian party. He started which party? Jacobian party. Now, according to this, okay, Maximilian is going to the king, okay, he's going to the king, and he's telling that, I am not against the government, I am not against any king or any ruler. I just want some powers, okay, or something that I can discuss how the government is functioning. So Jacobin party, they told the king and the government that we will just discuss how the government is functioning. People should understand how the government is functioning, so we will help it. So there will be lot of Jacobians. Okay, we have a lot of Jacobins. The people those are member of the Jacobin party are called as what? Jacobians. So what the Jacobians they will do? They will go and mingle with the common people in the tea shop, in the public place, in the market, okay, like that. And all these Jacobians will start asking questions to the common people. What do you think how the king is doing? What king is doing for the French people? What do you think that France is developing or not? So like this, they started brainwashing. They started telling some ideas. And now slowly, slowly what happens? The Jacobin party influence is increasing day by day. Whatever Jacobin party is telling, people are believing in that. Do you understand? So one fine day what is happening, slowly the Jacobins started asking questions that king is from our country, but whatever tax we are paying, this is all going to country Austria. It is going to which country? Austria. Why it is going to Austria? Because the queen is from Austria. Yes, the queen is from Austria. So slowly Jacobins what they are telling, dear French people, we are working hard, we are paying taxes, okay, and what the king is doing, he is doing everything for the queen. That means everything for the Austria. Now slowly people are getting angry, their mind is poisoned against the king, and now there is a fight, and there is a storm, Bastille storm. There is an incident, that is storming of the Bastille palace. What is the meaning of storming? Attacking. So Jacobin party members, they go inside the palace, and they kill this king and the queen. They kill the king and the queen. You might have heard some dialogues, no? You too Brutus, something like that. Do you remember in history? Okay, it too Brutus, you too Brutus. Okay, वो सब आएगा. Okay, English literature में है. Romeo Juliet, have you heard that? William Shakespeare. So this is all that same story only, French Revolution stories only. So now the king is killed. Now what is happening now here? The king is killed. Okay, now there is no monarch. Monarch matlab Raja Rani. There is no monarch. Now who will be the leader of the French, or you can say the head of the government? Jacobian party. Otherwise, can I say this person? Yes? Okay, now we are entering into the third section of the French Revolution. So now he is the head. Okay, he is the head. Now what happens? Now he started ruling France in a different direction. So this is called as rule of terror, or this is called as reign of terror. This is called as what? Reign of terror or rule of terror. Now why it is called as rule of terror? Because this man, he ruled France with very stiff hand. Okay, he made rules very strict. Okay, he made rules very strict. So what is happening now? This Maximilian, he made some rules. Okay, and one problem was, see, there are many rules. I'm not going to tell you everything. Try to read my notes, it is there. I'm just going to tell you the important events. Okay, so now here we have a person called as Guillotine. What is this here? So Maximilian appointed a person. His name is Dr. Guillotine. What is his name? Dr. Guillotine. And Maximilian told that if any citizen of France, if they are talking against the Jacobin party or against him, they should be punished. So you make a machine where we can punish them. So the Guillotine is coming up with an idea that this is the machine here. Okay, it will be like this V shape, and here there will be a rod like this, and here there will be a steel blade. Okay, like this, a very big steel blade. And can you see this V shape? Okay, so if anyone is found doing any crime, rape, murder, okay, something talking against the government, Jacobin party, against the government, anything action against the government, his hands will be tied and his head will be kept here in the gap, in the V-shaped gap, and this blade will be released. So what happens when the blade is released? It will come down and the head will be cut off. This is called as guillotine machine. What is this here? Guillotine machine. And now in English we have an idioms and phrases to undergo guillotine. To undergo guillotine. What does it mean? Suppose there is an inquiry. Your teacher or parents or someone is going to give inquiry. You can imagine a situation of guillotine. Understood? Like that. So now what happened? This slowly things are going on forward. One day Maximilian, he has a doubt. What if Guillotine himself is talking against Maximilian? What if Guillotine will work one day against him and the government and he comes to power? So what happened? Maximilian, he planned and he punishes this man. And the person who invented the machine, he was punished under the same machine. So he was killed. Who was killed here? Guillotine was killed. And now this Maximilian is free, he has no enemy. Slowly things are going on forward, and once there is a Supreme Court of France, and in this Supreme Court what happened? There was a corruption charge case filed on Maximilian. Corruption, that he did something wrong in the rule, and the Supreme Court told the maximum punishment to undergo guillotine. So now Maximilian also went under this guillotine, he was also killed. Okay, so now is there any leader here? No leader. Now in this time, let us go back. I told you that there was a meeting, correct? No, a king. Look at this. King called meeting for the first estate, second estate, and the third estate, correct? And now when there was a meeting, this soldiers, this estate, this told that we want one person, one vote. Do you remember that? Yes, right. So when these incidents are happening, like long back here, there was one young soldier. His name is Napoleon. What is his name? Napoleon. So Napoleon, he is listening to all the stories. He's understanding what is happening in India, like here in France and all this thing. So now, after these people were out, when this meeting was going on in the tennis court, okay, Napoleon is visiting this palace, and he's meeting the king also. Okay, he's meeting the king also. These stories are not there in your NCERT. They have just directly given the year and what happened, something like that. I am telling you a story which I have read from the Napoleon autobiography. I have read that book, I am telling you from that. So he was a young man, 22, 23-year-old commander. He is coming inside the palace, and you know what he is doing? He is touching the walls of this palace. He is touching it, and he is telling in his mind, he is telling that one day this palace will be mine. One day I will become the ruler of this France. So I have to just keep waiting. Okay, aise touch karke, he is going and he is meeting, saluting the king, and he says that I have conquered so many areas. Now look at this. Here I told you this is America. Here the fight was between the French and the British. So the French people, they should always be ready for the fight. Here in India, when I was talking about the Indian history, I told about the French commander Dupleix. You remember it? Dupleix. The British commander Robert Clive. So in Indian history, we have seen Robert Clive and Dupleix. Here in the other revolution, we'll have French and the other people. Okay, so this is the situation. So in Europe, what happening? Here, this is France, and every time the people, they open the newspaper, they get a news that young commander from France, he has captured the territory beyond France. So ये France के आगे territory सब जीत लिया. So on one side there is a king who is a hero for the common people. On the other side, this young man Napoleon is the hero for the common people, because there is good news for the French that they are increasing their territory. Okay, this is the situation. So now he goes and he meets, and he touches the wall and he tries to connect his mind and soul to the palace, Bastille Palace. And when he heard that king has sent all these 600 people out and these people are making constitution, so this Napoleon had one thought in his mind. The thought was, king has done a mistake. Napoleon is telling in his mind, that is written in his book. Okay, now you are going to tell me what he thought. What is the mindset of a commander? Okay, you're all going to wear the uniform, right? So you should be different compared to others. Okay, now look at this. Napoleon, he meets the king, he comes back and he knew that AH is okay, 300 third estates ko bahar bhej diya and they are making a constitution. Napoleon thinks in his mind that king has done a mistake. So now, this is where I am just going to stop. Now you tell me, what is the mistake the king has done according to Napoleon? Anyone can tell me. What Napoleon thought? What Napoleon thought that this is the mistake?
He offended the poor people and middle class.
Okay, according to you, he offended the common people. That was his mistake. He didn't listen. So according to you, king should have listened to the common people. Okay, good. Next.
Sir, the king should have punished the common people.
King should have. Like how? What kind of punishment?
Sir, any sort of punishment.
Okay, so you one is telling that king did a mistake of sending them out. King should have punished him. Okay, next.
Sir, at least the king tried to convince the
Convince.
Convince.
Okay, next.
He opposed the majority party, like majority people were belonging to third estate, right? He opposed majority.
Okay, next. Yeah, the class was for everyone, right? Okay, அவங்களுக்கு மரியாதை கொடுத்துடணும்னு சொல்றீங்களா?
He
Okay.
ignited the fire, like.
Okay, he ignited the fire. Next.
And the king want to make some rule within first and second estate, so they send him out from the palace, the third state.
So what is the mistake, like you are trying to say?
He's opposing the majority.
Okay, fine. Maximum what happens, like people, you guys are telling that the mistake the king did was this, all these people were sent out. You know what Napoleon thought? Napoleon was thinking, suppose if he is the king, okay, suppose if he is the king and this had happened in front of him, he would have killed all these people. He would have killed all these people. Imagine, by killing all these people, what message the king is going to send. Who is the king? He is the king. That was his mindset, Napoleon. Do you understand? So already there was a person inside him who was different. Do you understand? Now there is still more personal stories why the Napoleon is thinking like this, why he didn't like the king on one side. He also wants to take a revenge. Okay, there is also one more story, but just remember, Napoleon is thinking like this. Now Napoleon is going on out in borders of France and is busy with expanding the territory. In the meantime, Jacobin party comes and who's come to power? Maximilian is coming to power. Galita and all these things are happening. Now the general, the commander here, Napoleon is very careful now. Because now what is going to come here? If anyone is working against the government, they will be punished. So maybe Napoleon will also be punished. So now he is waiting. Okay, he is waiting. He saw Dr. Guillotine being killed. After some years, he saw Supreme Court punishing the Maximilian also. Now, by the time when this is happening, he rose to the commandership, leadership, and now he says this is the right time. So now, he being the commander of the French army, he says that now the whole France is under me. Now I am going to expand the territory, and then the expansion starts. You understood now? So this is what is happening in the French Revolution. I have told you the stories now. Okay. But now when you read NCERT textbooks, I think it is in 10th standard. Okay. Yeah? 9th and 10th standard. Now what happens? There are a lot of French words. I just gave you an example of tit and tate. Okay. There are a lot of French words that is written in my notes. You can just take the printout and read. That's it. Okay. Don't spend time in watching any animated videos and all. You don't have time that much. Okay. So this is what is happening in the French Revolution. Then one person, that is Olympe de Gouges. Okay, I don't know how to spell, but just I'm writing the spelling. So this person is a female. So she was fighting for the female rights in the French Revolution. So many times they have asked a question on this. Who is this person and related to which revolution? American, French or Russian? The answer is the French Revolution. Do you understand? Okay, now in NCERT they have given they have given the national anthem of France or something like that. So you guys just go and check it, what it is. समझ में आ रहा है सभी को? French Revolution is done. So American Revolution, French Revolution. Got it? Okay. Now tell me. I'll be telling you some names, and you are going to tell me these people are from which revolution. Ready? Maximilian. Sam Adams. Thomas Paine. Okay. Napoleon. Okay. Guillotine. French Revolution. Okay, fine. So there are many other peoples. Now we will see the Russian Revolution. Okay, then we'll understand how the questions are asked in your exam. One question was asked in CDS. Okay, including all the 4 or 5 options. Take it down. Next heading: Russian Revolution. Done? Okay, can anyone tell me capital of Russia? Moscow. Okay. Who is the president? Vladimir Putin. Okay. Any deal between India and Russia now recently?
Free visa.
Yeah.
Free visa.
Free?
Visa.
Okay. Anything else?
Indian Navy went to Russia.
They will ask you this question, Stephen. India and Russia, they are very thick friends. Okay, I'll tell you now how it is. I think planning commission, when I was discussing, I told you about how Nehru took an idea of planning commission and all. Look at this. Russia was called as USSR, United Sovereign Soviet, Russian, like that. So now look at this. Here we have someone called as Tsar. Tsar means king, and his name is Nicholas. What is his name? Tsar is the king, so King Nicholas. Okay. Now under his rule, under the king's rule, there was no permission to start any political party. So whatever political party anyone want to start against the king or the government, they have to do it illegally or secretly. Okay, illegally or secretly. So if imagine this is Asia here, so half of the Asia was completely full of Russia. So the political party members, they used to come and hide in Germany. Okay, they used to come and hide in Germany. Now look at this. On one side you have English people, the Britain, they don't like a country called as Germany. On the other side you have France people, they don't like Germany. Then you have Russians, they don't like Germany. Now why it is like this? Because Germany, they have a different mindset. You might have heard about a person called as Karl Marx. Who is that? Karl Marx. Write down. Karl Marx has written a book that is Das Kapital. Das Kapital, and then write down Communist Manifesto. Communist Manifesto. Das Kapital and Communist Manifesto. Karl Marx. Okay, so usually look at this. Germany capital? Berlin. Okay, now Olympic is happening, right? Okay, shall I ask you a question? So what question you are expecting? I am not asking question on Manu Bhaker. I'm not going to ask question on Manu Bhaker. I am going to ask question from which Olympic the system of medals started, giving medals.
1908.
எந்த ஒலிம்பிக்ஸ்ல இருந்து மெடல்ஸ் கொடுக்க ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க? எந்த ஒலிம்பிக்ல இருந்து ரேங்க் 1, ரேங்க் 2, ரேங்க் 3 அந்த சிஸ்டம் from when they started it? मेरा क्वेश्चन समझ में आ रहा है?
1908.
कौन से साल से मैं पूछ रहा हूँ?
1908.
19? No? ओके, कौन से ओलंपिक्स में टॉर्च इंट्रोड्यूस किया था? टॉर्च। ओलंपिक चल रहा है, राइट? क्या प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं?
1924.
हाँ?
1924.
1924 नहीं। कौन से ओलंपिक्स में वुमेन्स को पहले बार अलाउ किया था, क्या हो गया? क्लीन बोल्ड, हाँ? इसको बोलते प्रिपरेशन. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज प्रिपरेशन. सिंपली वॉचिंग. आई हैव सीन सो मेनी पीपल पुटिंग Manu Bakar. If I go and ask, do you know anything about Olympics? Don't know. You know what is your level, how you are contributing to the nation service, what you नाटकागा इन्ना पढ़ेंगे देश के लिए आप क्या कर रहे हैं मालूम है? February 14 आया, WhatsApp का DP ब्लैक कर दो. 15th August Republic Day आया, WhatsApp का DP कलरफुल कर दो, saffron white and green. Okay, बस उतना ही. The digital thing has made you dumb. The digital thing has made you what? Dumb. So for anything, like if I ask you, dear children, write a letter, write an essay. So how your mind is thinking, oh, sir has asked me to write an essay. I will go and ask Google, dear Google, write an essay. So without Google, you are handicapped actually. You are physically, mentally, you are like, physically okay, you are walking, nice personality, दिखने में एकदम strong है, stamina है, सब कुछ है. But अंदर से तुम handicapped. You are mentally challenged. Because you are not able to think beyond YouTube, beyond Google. आपको कुछ हेल्प चाहिए, गूगल में जा रहे हैं, यूट्यूब कर रहे हैं. यू डोंट इन्वेस्ट इन एनी बुक्स एक्चुअली. मनोरमा ईयर बुक है, वो ला सकते हो. सो मेनी इन्फॉर्मेशंस आर देयर. मनोरमा ईयर बुक है, जीके बुक है, सो मेनी थिंग्स आर देयर. द पेरेंट्स हैव फेल्ड टू कल्टिवेट एन एक्टिविटी, a habit of reading books. At the same time, the school has failed to cultivate a habit of reading books. They never ask you to play in ground or send you to library. Weekly once you had library class. और वो भी कितना मिनट्स का होगा? करेक्ट है? किसी को 30 मिनट से ज्यादा मिला? नहीं मिला होता तो आंसर आया होता आज. ओके, 30 मिनट्स. लाइब्रेरी के अंदर जाओ, बाहर आओ, उसी में 30 मिनट्स हो जाएगा. 3rd फ्लोर में हमारा क्लास होता था, 7th स्टैंडर्ड. You know, the teacher will come, go in line. Okay, catch the sweater, go in line. Okay, लाइब्रेरी में जाओ, उधर बैठो चेयर में. हाँ, okay, bell rang, चलो go. And most of the library class was taken by some maths teacher or some other teacher who could not complete the syllabus. And this used to be on the Saturday afternoon, because Saturday suddenly second Saturday holiday. Correct है ना? यही हालत हुआ, right? और आज when you want to take stars on your shoulders, the stars are heavy. Do you understand? Why a government student sitting under a street light or sitting in a public library clears the exam? Because he is not referring anything from internet. He is doing his self study. Book लेता है, पढ़ता है, doubt आते हैं, clear करता है. ऐसा पढ़ना चाहिए. समझ में आया? ओलंपिक्स के बारे में एक क्लास लेंगे. ओके, तब मैं बताऊंगा क्या हो गया. हिटलर ओलंपिक्स में क्या हुआ, 1970 में क्या हुआ, मैक्सिको ओलंपिक में क्या अटैक हुआ था, टेररिस्ट अटैक हुआ था. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड? यस्टरडे देयर वाज अ फुटबॉल मैच हुआ था ना, अर्जेंटीना एंड अदर टीम. मोरक्को डिफीटेड अर्जेंटीना. हैव यू सीन व्हाट हैपेंड टू दैट फुटबॉल मैच? Okay, they were taken out from the stadium and other stadium में match खेला. Okay, there is one. Okay, let me see. There is one Olympic event happening in this Olympic, but that is not in France. That is 15,000 kilometer away from France. 15,000 kilometer away from France. What is that event? हाँ, केरला. அது வேற, அது canoeing. அது canoeing. நீங்க சொல்றது அது canoeing. Like போட்ல உட்கார்ந்துட்டு இப்படி ரெண்டு இது பண்றது, அது canoeing. Answer is surfing. Surfing. Do you understand? So now find out which place, what it is. ठीक है ना? Just Manu Bakar आ गया, हाँ Manu Bakar. After 10 days you will not even remember who is it is Manu Bakar or Manika Batra.
Last question letting. Shooting as an answer.
எதுக்கு?
Last question girls allow பண்றது கிடையாது. Olympics allow பண்றது கிடையாது.
இப்போ பாதி பேருக்கு இங்க क्वेश्चन கேக்குறதே புரியாது.
அது ஹிந்தில சொன்னீங்க.
இல்ல நான் क्वेश्चन okay Sanjana, do you understand what questions I asked on women on Olympic? என்ன கேட்டேன் நான்?
In which year women are allowed to play?
हाँ, நான் என்ன கேக்குறேன்னா எந்த வருஷத்துல லேடிஸ் அலோவ் பண்ணாங்க, எந்த வருஷத்துல லேடிஸ் அலோவ் பண்ணாங்க. நீங்க என்ன சொல்றீங்கன்னா women's pistol, women's அதுல this is the problem. இப்போ परमिशन like I ask something, I am asking which year is telling sir China. अभी प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि मेरा जो क्वेश्चन है वो आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा. क्यों समझ में नहीं आ रहा? कभी आप एफर्ट्स नहीं करते इंग्लिश पढ़ना, इंग्लिश बोलना. अभी मेरा क्लास कैसे है, मल्टीलिंगुअल है. हिंदी इंग्लिश तमिल ओके मिक्स करके आएगा, इंग्लिश करके आएगा, तब जाके बच्चों को समझ में आता है. हर एक क्लास में ऑल स्टूडेंट्स दे विल बी हैप्पी दैट हाँ टुडे आई गॉट सम इंफॉर्मेशन. You are happy, but that's not the ultimate thing we need to do. Okay, you need to understand where you are lagging. You are lagging very back. Okay, if there is a Science school student, KV student, or some international public school student, he will understand what I am trying to say. समझ में आ रहा है? Many times when I take class, I pass a sarcastic joke. कभी कभी मैं joke, I pass a joke. Only 1 or 2 persons will smile because उसको समझ में आया. Other person they are watching, they think yeah history class is going on. उनको फिर वो भी अभी मतलब वो मोड में ही है ना, इंटरनेट का मोड होता है ना, यूट्यूब में वीडियो चलते रहते हैं ना, वही मोड में रहते हैं वो लोग. ओके, सो ये है सिचुएशन आपका. यू हैव टू वर्क वेरी हार्ड. आधे लोगों को क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आता, आधे लोगों को मतलब आंसर ही पता नहीं, क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया लेकिन आंसर पता नहीं. ओके, सी इन द ईयर 1900 फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम वुमेन्स वर अलाउड इन ओलंपिक्स. Now what is the importance of the 2024 Olympics? And this both happened in Paris. Both happened in Paris. Suppose एक examiner बैठ गया, today examiner sat and he had fight with his wife or his girlfriend or something. He decided to take revenge. He will take revenge on you in this way. He will decide that okay, statement number 1, which among the following statement is correct? For the first time women were allowed in Paris Olympics only. Okay, for the first time the medals were introduced in Los Angeles Olympics. Now where is Los Angeles? America. Los Angeles. Yeah. For the first time women boxing was introduced in which year? Mary Kom करते हैं, right? बोलो. Women's boxing was introduced in which year for the first time? Olympics. I have stopped asking you questions from current affairs, sports में, newspaper में क्या कर रहे हैं, because it all like stonewalling effect. There is a wall, I take stone and I keep hitting the wall. That was the effort. That's why I stopped giving up. Okay, कि मेरा energy क्यों करना हो? जिसको interest है पढ़ के आएगा, doubt पूछेगा, बस खत्म. Okay, so we'll discuss this in Olympic classes, everything in detail. ठीक है? What is happening? Who is Simone Biles? What is happening with her? Anyone who is Simone Biles? Yes, Thiru, sports person. Simone Biles here. Simone Biles. Anyone knows? Those who don't know Simone Biles, you are not in this planet Earth. Okay, you belong to something in forest. I consider you are all scheduled tribes. You are all tribal people. Yeah, just wearing dress. Okay, just civilized tribals, you can say. Civilized tribals, because what is the ultimate? Your parents and me have failed when you don't answer these questions. The purpose of education is knowledge. You should know everything what is happening around the world. Simone Biles मालूम नहीं है, okay? लेकिन yeah, gymnast of which country? America. Google कर रहे हैं? हाँ, बताओ Simone Biles को last Olympics में क्या हुआ? Ask Google. I'll tell more than Google. What happened? Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, is he taking that what? Like fire for taking?
Fire? No. Simone Biles is a very famous gymnast, and all eyes are on her now. And there is a very interesting tennis match which is going to be held by this week. That is Rafael Nadal and Djokovic. Two legends are going to fight. Imagine, कैसा match है? Okay, Roger Federer and Alcaraz who won the Wimbledon now. He is joining hands with Roger Federer, and they are fighting for medals. So Olympic is such a big event. One day we had discussed group discussion why India does not get Olympic medal. Correct? Why? Because people don't know who is Simone Biles. Do you understand? Okay, so many things are there. Look at this now. So I was talking about here the Russian Revolution, right? So Karl Marx, Das Kapital, sometimes they will ask you books and authors, Communist Manifesto. So he was from Germany. He was from which country? Germany. So what happened? This man inside Germany, he used to write some articles in newspaper. And people used to read that in Germany and they used to get motivated, and it created problem for the Germany. So the Germany government could not function properly. So what they did, they started pressurizing Karl Marx as an issue kar raha tha. So what Karl Marx did, he started running from that place. So who will call for protection? Who will give protection to Karl Marx? He is running from Germany. So enemy country कौन होगा? Russia, France, England, ये होगा, right? What England did, England told, okay, Karl Marx, you come and stay in my country in London, you stay here, I will give you protection. Now, even after going in London, Karl Marx started writing so many articles in newspaper. His friend Friedrich, okay, Angel, something like that, he started helping him, and then Karl Marx, he was able to publish so many books and papers. Today, this one book has changed the whole world economy. Who is the president of Venezuela? Current affairs. आज का current newspaper खोलो. Huh? Macron is France. Maduro. Neet paper படிச்சீங்களா? இல்ல, I am asking yesterday's newspaper, did you read? Yeah, FAQ ல படிச்சீங்களா? Who was Chavez? Who is Maduro? Did you read it? Yeah, Nicolas Maduro, did you read it? No. Why? Because yesterday was Sunday no class, so Sunday off, newspaper ko off. That is the attitude. People are dying while reading in Delhi. You saw that? 3 IAS students, they died they died in library, not in classroom. Okay, one JNU research student was there from Kerala. He want to become research scientist, and from JNU, imagine, Jawaharlal Nehru University, such a big university. If he comes out that university, he will get lakhs of rupees monthly salary, sitting in home. No sweat, one drop of sweat नहीं होता है. Okay, ऐसे स्टूडेंट को बनना है IAS, और ये जाके बैठा है लाइब्रेरी में रात में. He wants to study at night for IAS. Look at these people. You learn something from these people. Okay, we don't utilize the sources. Today I am trying to push you. You will be in a situation, हाँ चलो छोड़ेंगे. One day you will come in your life that you will start pushing your young ones, your brother, your sister, your uncle, aunt, son, someone, or your children. Take it now itself. Unless and until you are not successful, you cannot make others successful. Do you understand? You don't have the rights or power to dictate that this should be the terms for the other person. Now I have read books, I have knowledge, now I have the right to tell you. Do you understand? समझ में आ रहा है? So develop that habit. Attitude matters. Aptitude doesn't matter. Aptitude is mathematics. It doesn't matter in your life. Attitude matters. How do you take a thing in your life? समझ में आ रहा है? So now this Karl Marx, he goes to England, he starts writing, and what happens suddenly, the people in England, they get motivated, and they start working against the England government. They start working against the English government. Now, so he become a menace. He become a Frankenstein. Anyone tell me what is meant by Frankenstein model?
Monster in American and Europe, Western countries.
Frankenstein model. This kind of questions will be answered by only KV students. KV students.
In Halloween, they will wear Frankenstein dress up.
Yes, Halloween. How many of you how many of you participated in Halloween contest in your school? Yeah, Vidyasagar, Halloween participate பண்ணிருக்கியா? Okay, Maha இல்ல. இதான் கேப், நமக்கும் அடுத்தவங்களுக்கு இதான் கேப். நான் வந்து குறைன்னு சொல்லல, இது நம்ம கல்ச்சர் கிடையாது. இட் இஸ் நாட் அவர் கல்ச்சர். இப்போ அமெரிக்காக்கு பூத், அமெரிக்கன் பேய் இருக்குல்ல, த டெமன் ஆஃப் அமெரிக்கா, பம்கின் இருக்குல்ல, பம்கின் ஃபேஸ்ல போட்டுட்டு அங்க அப்படியே ஓபன் பண்ணிட்டு இதை நான் பேய் மே பூத் ஹூ ஐசா ஆயிடும். அண்ட் இந்தியன் பேய் எப்படி வரும்? தலையெல்லாம் விரிச்சு போட்டு, ஒயிட் கலர் சாரி, she will be sitting on a tree, correct? Yeah, our booth is like, hey, in that tree one lady committed suicide, she's sitting on that branch, if you go there you will die. Okay, so our movies also they show like that. Okay, samajh mein, see, Frankenstein is an imaginary story, and for your kind information, you take movie of any blockbuster like Rajinikanth. Okay, best thing I can talk about Robo. What is that? Robo. So Robo ka before interval, after interval. Before interval, who is that scientist? Vasi is trying to make chitti. How many of you watched Robo? Now, frankly tell me, why did you watch? For the sake of Aishwarya Rai, or for the sake of Robo, that Rajinikanth Robo scene, that gun scene will come, for that you watch? Okay, I believe it. Okay, chalo, fine. Let us believe it and move forward. Otherwise, I was doing engineering, so most of my friends, they went to see that song Kilimanjaro, Mohenjo-daro. Okay, and the paattukaga da ponanga, hey, Kilimanjaro. Okay, fine, look at this now. Before first half, He is making Chitti. Chitti is a best friend. Chitti is listening to everything. Okay, and after first half, Chitti falls in love with the heroine itself, and now Chitti starts working against the creator itself. Okay, so this is called as Frankenstein model. So if you see the director Shankar, okay, so most of his movie he will have an idea of Frankenstein. Do you understand? Mani Ratnam, what he does, he takes a theme from Mahabharata. That's it. Okay, and once he has given a title called as Ravanan. Whenever these blockbusters, when these directors they don't have money, they bring in Aishwarya Rai. Okay, with Rajnikant or Vikram, something like that. Look at this. Director Shankar, he decided to make a robo movie, and he got inspired by what? Frankenstein. They will not tell this. Okay, look at this. Frankenstein is an imaginary story. It's a book written by an author, American author. In that he says that one person he does a magic, one person comes out and he listens to everything. He has the power or magic to do everything. Slowly, that person, that is Frankenstein, he turns against the creator and he tries to kill him. This is called as what? Frankenstein model. Okay. So now in director Shankar movie also, a robo movie also, it is shown. Now look at this. The Americans in 1970 they were angry because the Russians they went into Afghanistan. Okay, so the Americans started helping a political party called as Taliban. Okay, now from 1970 to 1980, what happened? Russians they were strong. 1980 or 1990 like that. 1990. Okay, after that Russians gone. Now after 1990, okay, 20 years. After 20 years, the Taliban they started attacking USA itself. And in 2001, there was September World Trade Center attack. Okay, so this is an example of a Frankenstein model. This is an example of what? Frankenstein model. Okay, so this is happening here in the world stage. Politics में भी होता है, class में भी होगा. Okay, आपका friend भी हो सकता है Frankenstein. Not today, maybe tomorrow, that person will change into Frankenstein. Okay, so look at this. This is the situation. So Karl Marx, he was like a case of Frankenstein for the England. So there was a problem, but here there is a person called as Lenin. Who is this? Lenin, he read some books from this person, that is called Das Kapital and all, and he got inspired. So this is all about communism. What is this here? I think some of you have watched a movie by Vijay, that is Katti. So he talks about Italy, moon Italy, rent Italy, edo dialogue varumla.
Sir,
Adu enna dialogue?
sir, நான் பசி ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் சாப்பிட ஒவ்வொரு ரொட்டியும் நம்புறது இல்ல.
Correct. After you're hungry, like after you quench your thirst or hunger, if you have some extra idlis, that is not yours. So he makes a communism in short in that movie. So that was a movie, everyone decided that he is going to join politics. But he denied, but now he has officially informed, looking at the success of the Andhra heroes. Okay, Pawan Kalyan, looking at him, okay, now Vijay is getting inspired. समझ में आया? So Tamil Nadu politics is different. Nowadays Tamil people are not voting the actor and actress. People they have changed. If they want to select actor and actress, Seaman would have already won all the 40 seats. Correct? He lost deposits in many things. Okay, what is that? Naam Tamilar Kachi, right? Okay, look at this. So Lenin got inspired, and I told you when Tsar was ruling Russia, nobody could start a political party in Russia. So they have to do it illegally outside. So Lenin was hiding in places like Ukraine. Today you know Ukraine. So Ukraine was part of Russia, but he was hiding there, he was hiding in Germany, so many places, and he used to watch it. Now what is happening in the year 1898, 1900, these years in Russia, the industry is developing. What is developing here? Industry. So in industry you will have the owners and the workers. Correct? No? The owners and the workers. So the worker used to have a very pathetic life. Okay, so imagine if this is a river, on the right side the owners used to stay in bungalows, and on the right side, left side of the bank, river bank, workers used to stay in a very crampy situation, very dirty situation. This is the situation in the Russia during 1898 and 1900. This is happening in the year 1905. The workers started demanding work hours. We want particular work hours, 5 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. Give us 8 hours work, give us 10 hours work, and give salary for that many hours. Okay, because we have family, we have so many things to take care. So this is what is happening. In which year I am talking about? 1898. Which year? 1898. And remember, 1898, Swami Vivekananda died. So India was still in that spiritual revolution. इंडिया वाज स्टिल भक्ति से बाहर निकल रहा है और ये लोग अभी मशीन के अंदर जा रहे हैं. They are into the mechanized world. They are using steam, science, physics, chemistry, everything, and we are just leaving God and coming into the science stream. Okay, so this is the situation. Okay, now look at this. So 1905 there was a procession near about lakhs of people, lakhs of workers. They started going on to the king's palace, and the king told that nobody should allowed inside. I am not going to talk. Okay, so punish them. So there was fire open, and this happens in Petersburg, and 100 people died. More than hundreds they died. So after this incident, the government was forced, okay, to have the work hours as 8 hours. So this is a standard all over the world now. This is standard all over the world. So you will be getting paid for how many hours? 8 hours. How many hours? 8 hours. 8 hours. Okay. So now, how many hours are there in a day? 24. How many hours? 24. So 24 by 8, how much? 24 by 8. This is called as 3 shift. What is this here? 3 shift. So all the industries, everywhere they work in shift. So if any of your parents are in private companies, they will, you might be hearing them talk like first shift, second shift, third shift, right? Suppose if some persons are working at night time, they will get double payment. That is Indian government rule. If someone is working after 10 p.m. or something like that, they should get 2 times the salary. Do you understand? Early morning or like that, they should get double time the salary. Okay, this is the rule for the private and all these places. Now you are going to join some government service. Imagine Army, Navy, Air Force, IAS, something like that. How many shifts you have to work? How many shifts you have to work? One shift, correct. Which shift? Morning, afternoon?
Depends, like 3 times.
Okay. You have to work for one shift, that is 24 hours. समझ में आया? बाल बच्चे हो जाएंगे तब बात अलग. लेकिन जब तक आपका ना, as long as you are not married, you are bachelors, one shift will be how many hours? 24 hours. Brushing teeth, forget it. Okay. कपड़ा डालना है, सेंट डालना है, सब भूल जाओ. बंदूक लेके बैठो पत्थर के ऊपर ऐसे. Okay, you know that's it. You have to suppose if your buddy doesn't comes, that's why छुट्टी नहीं मिलेगा. आर्मी में बोलते हैं 60 days paid leave, correct? 60 days paid leave. This you can take into 30 and 30 or 20, 40 like that you can take. Once you take off, you have to take off for 20 days continuously. You cannot take 2 days, 3 days like that. So from Delhi to Bangalore, if you want to come, a Jawan, what happens? He comes from Delhi, Bhopal, like that. It takes 3 days, and you know how fast Indian Railway is, right? Yeah, நாளைக்கு கழிச்சு தான் வந்து சேருவோம், right? And Bangalore traffic, it is more than that. Okay, from Majestic to Jalali, it will take beyond that. ठीक है ना? So imagine 3 days goes in traveling. First day you are tired. Fourth day, fifth day, the commander will come and ask you, हाँ पहुंच गया घर पे, सब सही सलामत है, मम्मी पापा सब ठीक है, जी साहब, okay fine, okay take rest. Next day morning, there is emergency, come back. Come back, you have spent more than 24 hours with your loved ones, enough, come back. तुरंत पीछे जाना है. Okay, so तुम जो ड्रीम कर रहे हो ना कि मेरा लाइफ ऐसा होगा, वैसा रहेगा, ये करेगा, कुछ नहीं. Okay, लाइफ थोड़ा अलग होता है उधर. But once अंदर चला गया, if you get adapted to that, it is different. So all the government job, imagine any bus driver or train drivers, pilot, anyone, they are the whole government is working at night. You know that? They are not working at daytime. Daytime में काम देखता है. They are just checking whether work is going on, but the work is done at night when we are at sleep. Question paper, आपका UPSC question paper, NDA question paper, it is transferred at night. आगे CRPF जवान, पीछे CRPF जवान बंदूक लेके बाइक कार के पीछे एस्कॉर्ट लेके आते हैं. They come with escort and they try to give protection. It will come to the district collector office, and then that particular morning 6 o'clock the question paper will be distributed. Okay, so the whole work is happening at night. You are going to take a government job, and that too armed forces. So the things are more tough, more difficult. Okay, so so this is what the 3 shift idea is, and this all started by which revolution here? Russian Revolution. Okay, now things goes on, and from 1914 to 1918 the world has witnessed the World War I. Okay, World War I. So during World War I, what happened? There is a country called as Japan. Okay, a small island country. Tokyo is the capital. So imagine if this is USSR. I'm talking about USSR, the world's largest country, and here there is a small island country, that is Japan. Okay, so Japan has attacked during the First World War, and Russia, that is USSR, had to face defeat. So the Tsar, okay, the Tsar Nicholas, so he was blamed due to his leadership. Because of his leadership, the Russians could not win over Japan also, ऐसे करके problem आया. ठीक है ना? So here, making use of this situation, अभी Tsar के ऊपर pressure आ रहा है. So Tsar is telling that okay, I will allow the common people to participate in the government. So we have something called as Duma. What is this here? Duma. What is Duma? I have given long back in my class, polity class. What is diet? Anyone? What is diet? What is Duma? What is Sansad?
Parliament.
Just flip in your pages. Long back I have given you, I don't know which day it is. Duma is the parliament of Russia. Diet is parliament of Japan. Okay, they may ask you this. Okay, in small exams, Sainik, Agniveer, something like that. Okay, so the Tsar, he allowed that people will be taking part in the Duma. In the first Duma, मतलब first time allow किया था, again he abolished. Second time allow किया था, again he abolished. Now slowly by 1915, 1917, the pressure comes up, and now the party, that is Bolshevik party. Bolshevik means red. What is this here? Bolshevik means red, and who is the founder here? Lenin is the founder. So Lenin was in opposition and Tsar Nicholas was the ruler. So slowly he started influencing people, and he told that the government should now move. We have to stop this rule of king, all this thing, and Russia should be a socialistic country. Russia should follow communism. It should be a communist country. Like that, who gave the idea? Lenin gave the idea. And this is happening in the year 1917 in the month of October. So this is called as October Revolution, or it is also called as the Russian Revolution. Okay, so this is what is happening in the Russia. Russia का chronology भी है, but you just go with the stories. Okay, Lenin, and after Lenin we have Joseph Stalin. Okay, look at this. After the death of Lenin, we have Joseph Stalin. He is the one powerful leader. So Joseph Stalin was the president of Russia during 1945. Okay, during the Second World War. Now during Second World War, what happened? Once again the same countries. Look at this. England. Okay, then we have Russia. Then we have USA, and then we have France. These countries on one side. Then we have Germany and Japan. Okay, and Turkey. These countries on the other side. So once again now Russia is attacking which country now? Germany. And remember, Germany was divided into East Germany and West Germany. So East Germany was communist. East Germany was communist and West Germany was capitalist. Okay, so like that. So now Japan, they started interfering in this war. You know that Pearl Harbor and all this incident happened, and it stopped in 1945, 6th of August 1945. So when Joseph Stalin was ruling, look at this. After 1920 till 1945, this 20 years, the country USSR, such a big country in the world, okay, it started making very high profit. Okay, at that time, look at this. 1930, we have Jawaharlal Nehru giving what? Purna Swaraj, complete independence in Lahore. So that time, our young leaders, our freedom fighters, they are watching at Russia. They are getting inspired. They say that whatever Russians are doing, whatever plan they are doing, that the same ideas I will bring it in India after India get independence. So that's the reason Jawaharlal Nehru, after becoming the Prime Minister of India, he started something called as Planning Commission, that is mentioned in today's editorial column. Yes or no? So what the government, the editorial column says today, that the Niti Aayog is biased. Okay, many people have boycotted it and some people have walked out. For example, Mamata Banerjee has walked out. Other states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, yeah, the states other than BJP has boycotted it. Why? Because they are not getting the like budget or sanctions like that. So the Niti Aayog is not the organization is not properly set up. But that doesn't mean the Planning Commission was also right. Planning Commission also did like this, but at least they used to listen to the other states and they used to allocate funds. Correct? No, they used to allocate funds for the other states. So the articles talk like this. So in 2014, the government has abolished Planning Commission and they have started what? Niti Aayog. And in my previous class, when I was discussing the question about the the 16th Finance Commission. I was talking about Arvind Panagriya. You know that? Arvind Panagriya and 16th Finance Commission. Okay. So ये बताने के बाद मैंने आपको क्या बोला था? Arvind Panagriya is the first chairman of the Niti Aayog. Okay. And after that, I have told you so many things. ठीक है? आज पेपर में नहीं दिया, but फिर भी remember that. Okay. So this is the situation of the Russian Revolution. Got it? अभी ये सिचुएशन में हमको ये देखना है कि जर्मनी में हिटलर कैसे आया पावर. How Hitler came to power? Write down. Hitler favorably called as Führer. He is favorably called as Führer, and his autobiography is Mein Kampf. Mein Kampf. What does Mein Kampf means? What does Mein Kampf means? Very good. That's why Hitler, people like Hitler, they die.
Jews, killing Jews.
What is the meaning of Mein Kampf? My story. Write down. My story. My story. Okay? Okay, look at this. Hitler was usually beginning he was like from Austria. Do you remember in French Revolution I talked about Austria, the queen? Okay, she was from Austria. So Hitler was from Austria. He was during World War I. Remember, during World War I he was from Austria. He was a small jawan, you can say, doing postal service. So एक bunker से दूसरा bunker post देना उसका duty था. So during that time he has witnessed the Treaty of Versailles. What he has witnessed? Treaty of Versailles, and in World War I, the English, the French, okay, these countries, how they treated the Germans. Okay, how they treated the German, he has experienced it, he has he felt it. So that time what happened, from Austria he comes to Germany now. Okay, he comes to Germany. And what is happening here, 1919, 1920, the winning countries, England, France, okay, USA, okay, this country, they won the war. Okay, but they have lost money. The war was expensive. So they were in short of money. So making use of this, Germany already they lost. Already they don't have jobs. So now both are equal now. Financially both are equal. Making use of this gap, what Hitler is doing, Hitler starts a political party called as Nazi. Called as Nazi. Okay. So remember, now there are some things banned in Germany. That is Hitler salute. You know that? That salute, that is banned. And then swastik, you know that? Yes, swastik is also banned.
It was inspired from Hinduism.
Yeah, it was inspired by Hindu, but at the same time the swastik is 45-degree tilted. Okay, so girls, after going to Germany, don't try to draw rangoli of swastik in your home. Okay, you brought a new home and you did puja, and in home there is swastik symbol. People will arrest you. See the jail. Okay, because it is all banned. Okay, ये सब banned है. अभी इसको अगर 45-degree tilt करेंगे तो ये हो गया swastik symbol. And there are many stories how he got the idea. There was his friend who told him to do this. Okay, look at this. So Hitler, he goes to Germany and he starts a political party called as Nazi Party, and he starts inspiring the political scenario there. And slowly, as the year comes near about 1929, we have something called as Great Depression. What is this year? Great Depression. Now, Great Depression means all the banks in America and Europe, it failed. So they could not recover money. They could not give, generate money. And making use of this, what happens? There was extreme poverty in America, England and all, extreme poverty. And Germany was also facing the same. So now Hitler told that making use of this, if he comes to power, he will reverse the situation. He will make Germany great again. Hitler told that I will make Germany the most powerful country, because the Treaty of Versailles has purposely put blame on Germany. It was not the mistake of Germany, it was mistake of Russians who started creating the problem. Hitler told like that. World War I, there was a king who was assassinated. Donald Trump was killed, just about to be shot. Like that, there was a king called as Franz Duke Ferdinand. What is his name? Ferdinand. Okay, so this king was killed by a Slovenian citizen. So now the tussle come between Germany and Russia. Russians are supporting some countries, Germans are supporting some countries. Do you understand? So now Russians started, making their army ready. They are giving training to army. They are ready. They are doing parade, missile firing, everything. They are trying to do it. Looking at this, Germany also started doing it. Now both started preparing for war, and this heated friction, what happened? It became a full-blown war. So the Russians are telling it was German who attacked first. Germans are telling it was Russians who attacked first. Like this situation happened here. Okay, so now Hitler says that Germany did not do it. These guys are the one who did it. Okay, the English, the French, these guys, they did it, and they put blame on Germany. And 99 years they have signed an agreement, and they are looting Germany. Okay, like that. And I am talking about a treaty called the Treaty of Versailles. This Versailles is a place in Germany. Versailles is a place in Germany, and remember, when this treaty was signed, Germany and Italy was not called for that meeting. Germany and Italy was not called for the meeting. The meeting was happening in Germany, and what is happening? This country, they say that you are the reason for all the war. You have to pay for the expenses. 99 years we are going to take your iron ore, coal, everything. So you have to pay it. But within 10 years, what happens in 1929? There was Great Depression. All the banks failed. Making use of the situation, Hitler says that I will make Germany great again. Okay, so please vote for me. So people and he started giving a ferocious talk. You have seen Hitler talking. कभी हिटलर बात करते हुए देखा है? जर्मनी समझ में नहीं आता है, but फिर भी हमको इतना जोश आता है, right? Though even though we don't understand the German language, when he speaks German, okay, we feel motivated. We feel that we need a person like him. Correct na? So Hitler started coming to power. He was noticed by the people, and what is happening? By 1932, he becomes the Chancellor of Germany. Chancellor matlab the president, the head of the Germany. And remember, 1936 Olympics was held in Berlin. And now here we have chilling stories. The first thing, I asked you a question now, just some time before. In which Olympics the system of torch was introduced? It was in Berlin Olympics. It was in which Olympics? Berlin Olympics. Got it? So in Berlin Olympics, the system of torch was introduced. So from history, we have moved to current affairs, Olympics, and coming back to history now. So 1932, when Hitler comes to power. And now he says that we have to become strong, and who is the enemy. And now he tries to put some theory that during World War I, some people that didn't participate, that is why Germany lost. Why they didn't participate? Because they are not brave. They are ugly. So he started targeting on Jews. Do you understand? He started targeting on Jews. So Hitler is telling that these people, they are not Germans. They are from other country. They don't have any particular land. Today Israel is fighting for a land because they say that we were attacked, we were killed, we were butchered by Hitler. Okay, we don't have any place to stay in this world. So we want Israel for only Jews. Israel is only for Jews. That is what their demand is. Now if you see Hitler is telling that these guys, they are staying in German. For example, in Bangalore we have Tamilians, Telugu people, Hindi, Marathi people are staying here in Bangalore. Okay, if something happens in Bangalore, you can see Kannada people will have more feeling about it. Okay, Kannada people will have more little feel about it. Arey, aisa ho gaya, waisa ho gaya. But other state, or imagine there is a French citizen here in Bangalore. Will he feel bad about Bangalore? No. In the same way, so Hitler started creating a theory. Okay, and he created a enemy, cornered these people, that is Jews. Okay, so what happens? 1932 ke baad, he started creating a gas chambers. What is that here? Now gas chambers means it is like this. So wherever Jew communities were there, now imagine Shivaji Nagar matlab Muslim area. Correct na? Shivaji Nagar means full Muslim areas. Now here there is a Jewish people settlement. So here there is a track. Okay. So here they started building a railway track. And here they built up a house like. Okay. And this was full of gas. Okay. This gas is called a sarin gas like that. So in one train, what happened? All these Jewish people were asked to sit with family members. Take your bag, okay, sit inside this train. I will deport you from one place to others. So government, police, everyone, they forced these people. And this train used to come from this chamber, and this is gas chamber. When the train used to pass out from this gas chamber, all the people inside this train used to be dead. So from here it was live body, and from here it was dead body. and all these people were buried, mass burial used to take place. Now why did Hitler did like this? Because he told that he believed in a theory called as Aryan race. Okay, he is telling that Aryan race is supreme. And in 1936, in the Berlin Olympics, remember, in Berlin Olympics, he gave a speech. He told that I will prove that in this Olympics, Aryans will get more medals. Who will get more medal? Aryans. Aryans. That means now how Aryan looks like. How do they look? They are very tall. They are very slim. Okay, their nose are long and they are blue-eyed. What color eye? Blue-eyed. So if you see these Germans and European people, they have their eyes are a different color, right? So Hitler told that these Aryans, okay, the blue-colored eyes and are tall, and these people, they are going to get lot of medal. So the other races like Negro race, okay, other race, they are not going to, they are unfit for this world. Okay, that was his mentality. So now what happened in this 1936 Berlin Olympic, there was a person called as Jesse Owens. What is his name? Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens was on the track and Aryans were there on the track, Germans were there on the track. Jesse Owens decided one thing, and he is from America. Jesse Owens is a black American, remember. Jesse Owens is a black American and he is from which country? USA. He decided that whatever it is, if I lose or win, that doesn't matter. If I die, that doesn't matter. But the Hitler, he should feel bad about his theory. So when running race started, he got 2 gold. First gold Hitler saw, he was embarrassed. Second gold Hitler saw, he walked out of the stadium. Okay, he walked out of the stadium. Now, remember, this is happening in the year 1928 and this is happening in the year 1936. In 1928, India won its first gold medal in hockey in Olympics. After next 1932 also India won. 1936 Indian team is entering Berlin. And here we have a person called as Major Dhyanchand. Who is that? Major Dhyanchand. Now, Major Dhyanchand, he was from Indian Army. Okay, actually Major was a title given after a long time, but it was like a soldier category person here. So Dhyanchand, he was very good in hockey thing here. So Hitler told his teammates that you do anything, but don't give ball to Dhyanchand. Okay, don't give ball to Dhyanchand. And in one of the Olympic, one single match, Dhyanchand has hit 22 goals. Dhyanchand ने कितना गोल मारा? 22. किसमें? Olympics में. That was our fitness. That was our level. The game that we have played. But after 1948, after India got independence, we are struggling to qualify. Hockey is our national game. We are struggling to qualify. Why we are struggling to qualify? We are all very good barefoot. अगर मैं आपको running करना बोलो, if I ask you to run, you feel that without shoe, if I run, I will be running good. Correct now? You are not comfortable with that shoes. That is our mentality. So when hockey was played before 1947, the ground was empty ground. There was no track that rubber field will be there. No, it was not like that. But after 1947, when the Olympic Committee, they decided to have a rubber track and there they have to play hockey. Indians, they didn't have infrastructure. We didn't have money to, the whole ground should be rubber track. हमारे पास पैसा नहीं था. So for another 40 years, India ने पैसा डाला ही नहीं. Then we have a state called as Orissa, that is Navin Patnaik. You know Navin Patnaik? BJD. So Navin Patnaik told that I will do something for this sport. He spent his money and he started building a world-class hockey sports stadium with rubber tracks. So when this thing happened 15 years back, that time only Indian hockey teams got a chance to practice on the rubber track. That is the reason why last Olympics India got bronze medal. Which medal? Bronze. Indian men team got bronze medal after a long gap, and women's team just lost that bronze medal match. Do you understand? Women's team were trying, but men's they somehow managed it. Today India is playing against I think Netherlands or New Zealand. Okay, 1-1 each हुआ है, but फिर भी कल का मैच किसका था? नेदरलैंड या न्यूजीलैंड? न्यूजीलैंड. हमने हराया उनको, राइट? इतना टफ है. समझ में आ रहा? हम ये लोग जानबूझ के ऐसा किया है. They have done this purposely so that Indians will be out of this game. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है? So ये सब पॉलिटिक्स है. तो अभी हिटलर का और ये सिचुएशन हो रहा है. 1936 में ओलंपिक चल रहा है. 1938 the situation changes. The economic status of the America, France and all this country deteriorates, and Hitler says that this is the right time. Now I am going to expand my territory. So Germany started expanding its territory and it started capturing France. It started capturing France. Okay, look at this. Now slowly France is under capture. France को capture कर रहा है. It other छोटा छोटा Russia को capture कर रहा है. Germany है ना, is capturing Russia and all these places. Poland, Belgium, okay, Portugal, all these countries Hitler is capturing. Spain. So Hitler is becoming leader. Just in which year I am talking about? 1940s. 1940s. In 1940, by mistake, what happened? One submarine, Germany submarine, it attacked an American submarine. अभी अमेरिका घुस गया वॉर में. Okay, अभी अमेरिका बोला कि I will not leave Hitler because it has attacked my ship and my citizens they died. So now what happens? On one side we have Germany, on the other side we have USA, we have the other side Russia, we have France, and we have England. Okay, we have England. Okay, this is the situation. Now finally the war is going on and Germany was attacked by these countries like USA, Russia, France and England.
Sir, but US, like Pearl Harbor happened, then only Japan and
Yeah.
then only USA came into war.
Yeah, correct. That was a real reason that Japan attacked Pearl Harbor and Japan was on this side. Though it was not friend with Germany, Japan was like one empire. It was here. So Japan by they planned and they attacked Pearl Harbor. That is a thing. And there is one more story here. The Pearl Harbor was a wrong message. Actually, the word abhi what is the meaning of kal in Hindi? नहीं, एक मीनिंग है, दो मीनिंग है. दो मीनिंग है. सपोज मैं बोला कल था मतलब yesterday, कल होगा मतलब tomorrow. So एक वर्ड का दो मीनिंग हो सकता है, राइट? सो सेम थिंग हैपेंड इन पर्ल हार्बर. ये एक मेन एयरक्राफ्ट था और पीछे से बहुत सारे एयरक्राफ्ट आ रहे थे. तो एक कमांडर ने कुछ एक वर्ड बोला, वो उसका मीनिंग है डोंट फायर, बट उसका अदर मीनिंग होता है फायर. तो ये कमांडर को क्या लगा, फायर करने को बोला, इसने बॉम्ब डाल दिया. अभी इसने बॉम्ब डाल दिया तो पीछे जो लोग हैं ना वो किसको देखेंगे, सामने वाले को देखेंगे. तो ये सब बॉम्ब डालने लगे. अभी जो जापान में बैठ के जो कमांडर था उसने बोला आई गेव सम अदर कमांड एंड यू डिड समथिंग एल्स, नाउ जापान एम्पायर इज गॉन, वैनिश्ड. सो या
சார் ஆனா एक्चुअली அவங்க பிளான் பண்ணி தான் பண்ணாங்க. एक्चुअली இந்தோனேஷியா அது பேஸ் பண்ணி அதையும் கேப்சர் பண்ணோம்.
ரெண்டு தியரி இருக்கு, அதான் நான் சொல்றேன்ல. பிளான் பண்ணி பண்ணாங்க, பிளான் பண்ணாம பை மிஸ்டேக் நடந்துச்சுன்னு ரெண்டு தியரி இருக்கு. ஓகே, ஸோ ஒரு தியரி எப்படின்னா ஜப்பான் வந்து இந்த பிலிப்பைன்ஸ் கிட்ட இந்த பேர்ல் ஹார்பர் இருக்கு, அதை தாண்டி உள்ள வராங்களா அது பார்க்கறதுக்காக அதான் பிளேன்ஸ் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்காங்கன்னு ஒரு தியரி. இன்னொரு தியரி வந்து பை மிஸ்டேக் ஒரு வேர்டு மிஸ்டேக் ஆனதுனால திஸ் இஸ் த சிச்சுவேஷன். ஓகே, யா அது வந்து ரிவெஞ்ச். சி 1940 ஜப்பான் வந்து அமெரிக்கா மேல பேர்ல் ஹார்பர் இன்சிடென்ட் பண்றாங்க. ஆஃப்டர் 4 years, 4 to 5 years, 1945 la America is putting atom bomb on Japan. Revenge எடுக்கறாங்க. Americans are taking revenge on Japan. In which year? 1945, 6th of August 1945.
அது வந்து இவர் கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்காங்க, ஓபன் நம்ம கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்காங்க.
Yes.
Sir, US also put sanction on Japan for oil. That's also reason they attack on Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, many reasons are there. Okay, now since we are confined to Germany, we'll just talk about Hitler. Okay, so Hitler comes to power and वो बहुत सारा theory देता है ऐसे ऐसे करके, then finally he wants to make the Germany great again, and then he's been attacked in 1945 and the France Air Force, you know France लोग क्यों Air Force में number 1 है? Because there is an incident called as what is that, D-Day. How many of you know what is D-Day?
Important.
D-Day. Yeah, there is one more word I'm not exactly getting it. D-Day, and there is one runway. See, look at this. ये है runway. Yeah, ये है runway, and this is Germany. Okay, Hitler इधर है और ये runway में पूरा Germany का forces है. Okay, Germany forces are there. So the last hope that someone should go on this runway, enter the Germany and go and attack. This is the only chance, only hope that the world countries can stop Hitler. So now what is happening? All countries, USA Air Force people, England Air Force people, they are thinking to do or not to do. The French Air Force, 2 pilots, they volunteered. And that is the day, that day is called as what? D-Day. So particular day they mentioned, it was in August or something, and that particular day 2 Air Force France Air Force planes, they went here and they successfully landed there. They attacked the Germany and
சார் மூவி கூட இருக்கு சார்.
D-Day Yeah.
That runway will be small, so they should land
Correct.
practice.
Yeah. Okay. So ये सब इंसिडेंट है D-Day, ये सब मिलिट्री मूवीज है देखो. Yeah. एक बुक भी है. आई एम नॉट एबल टू गेट द राइट वर्ड. उसमें का एक छोटा पार्ट में बोल रहा हूँ D-Day. Yeah, I got the thing. Actually, there is a bridge called as Pegasus Bridge. Write down. Pegasus was a virus. You know that? Computer science students. Pegasus. Yeah.
Pegasus horse.
Yeah.
Wings.
Pegasus, Apple phone में किया था ना वायरस. Pegasus Bridge. Look at this. Pegasus Bridge and D-Day, they are all connected incident. So those who are trying for armed forces, you should know what is D-Day, what is Pegasus. ठीक है ना? So just check in YouTube. You can check it in YouTube. What is Pegasus and what is D-Day? ये एक book पढ़ो. मेरे पास है पीछे लाइब्रेरी में. Just this rack. I have that book. If possible, you can read it. So finally, Germany lost. Hitler was killed. Okay, and now what happened when Hitler got killed? The winning countries like USA, they told that we don't want to repeat Treaty of Versailles. We want to stop all these things. The Second World War took place because the League of Nations failed. What failed here? Before United Nations organization, there was something called as League of Nations. But this League of Nations failed to stop this war. So, on 24th of October, look at this. 24th of October, Franklin Roosevelt, the president of USA, Franklin Roosevelt, the president of USA, he gave a speech and he told that we will all start something called as United Nations. That is how the United Nations Day is celebrated as on 24th of October 1945. So now there is no enemy. So who is the winners here? USA is a winner, correct? Then France, then England, and then we have USSR. We have what? USSR. अभी एनिमी तो नहीं है. जर्मनी, जापान तो बोल दिया कि मैं कभी वॉर नहीं जाऊंगा. लेकिन slowly these two people they fight with each other. Okay, now they are trying to pull some countries to their side. Yes. So from 1945 to 1990, what war is going on? Cold War is going on. Okay. Now the Cold War ended after USSR got divided into small states. The USSR divided into small states like today's Ukraine and all. The only big country remaining, that is Russia. So today what is happening? USA and Russia, they are still locking horns. What I am using here? Locking horns. So they are locking horns. Matlab what does it mean? Locking horn matlab? Friendship? Yes. To lock horns. To lock horns matlab? To fight. So USA and Russia, they are still fighting. Okay, this is the situation. Now why did this USSR got split? Because there is a person called as Mikhail Gorbachev. What is this here? Mikhail Gorbachev was the USSR president. So what he told, Russia is a communist country. You know Lenin, he made Russia as a communist country. But Mikhail Gorbachev told that if I want to improve the economic conditions, I have to make it private investment होना चाहिए, capitalistic होना चाहिए करके. This Gorbachev did not बचाओ Russia.
Yes, sir.
समझ में आया?
We went to USA and saw the market.
Yes. अभी Mikhail Gorbachev, he opened the Russian markets. Look at this. McDonald's is which country's company?
USA.
KFC?
USA.
Yeah.
USA.
USA. Okay. Can a USA company open a branch in Russia? Can they open it? No. But if you go and see in Russia, you have McDonald's. समझ में आ रहा है? You have McDonald's. इंडिया में तो कोई भी, चाइना भी ओपन कर सकता है. सारा प्रोडक्ट चाइना का है, ठीक है? Okay. So look at this. So अभी USA है, रशिया है. So ये प्राइवेट कंपनीज रशिया में कैसे आया? किसके वजह से आया? निकाइल गोर्बाचेव की वजह से आया. Okay. Yeah. निकाइल गोर्बाचेव की वजह से आया. अभी क्या हो गया? धीरे धीरे निकाइल गोर्बाचेव ने ये कंट्री का इकोनॉमी ओपन कर दिया, प्राइवेट कर दिया, पूरा यूएसएसआर को क्या कर दिया? कैपिटलिस्टिक कर दिया. तो पीपल का मेंटालिटी अलग हो गया एंड स्लोली यूएसएसआर गॉट स्प्लिट अप. And you won't believe, after some years, Mikhail Gorbachev got Nobel Prize for Peace. Nobel Prize for Peace. Do you understand? 1.5 years back or something, he died. Okay, Mikhail Gorbachev died, so it was a very big news. You got the point? समझ में आ रहा है? Now, this is all what is happening in the politics side. Then you have something called as Chernobyl nuclear disaster. You know that? World में important disaster हुआ है, write down Chernobyl nuclear disaster. Okay, this happened in Russia, but the Chernobyl nuclear reactor is in Ukraine. Okay, it is in Ukraine. Chernobyl nuclear disaster. Next, you have Bhopal gas tragedy. Where is Bhopal? Bhopal gas tragedy. Which year it happened? 3rd of December 19? Tell lovely. 1985. 3rd of December 1985. And recently we have something called as Fukushima nuclear disaster. Fukushima nuclear disaster that happened in 2011. This is in Japan. Japan में एक nuclear reactor है, उसका disaster हुआ. Okay. So the most important for us is this, and sometimes they have asked in exam, Bhopal gas tragedy. There is one compound called as MIC. What is MIC? Methyl isocyanide. Write down. Methyl isocyanide. Sirs, don't talk. Methyl isocyanide. MIC. So this was a company which used to produce fertilizers. This used to produce what? Fertilizers. Okay, and to produce fertilizers, what is required for the company? Methyl isocyanide. So there are two tanks, tank number 611 and tank number 610. This 611 tank bursted. The gas, it evaporated in air, and at night time it started covering up the Bhopal city. So people were sleeping and they didn't know that blanket of the poisonous gas is going to cover them, and they died inhaling the poisonous gas. So in one night, 10,000 people died in their sleep. So this was one tragedy. You understand? And there was a person called as Warren Anderson. Who is that here? Warren Anderson. See, you should remember 3 Warren. First is Warren Hastings. Who is that? Who is Warren Hastings?
First Governor of Bengal.
Yes, first Governor General of Bengal. Okay, who is Warren Anderson now here? The company owner of the Union Carbide. Write down. The company name is Union Carbide. Union Carbide. Warren Anderson. Warren Anderson was the company owner. And who is Warren Buffett?
Investors.
Warren Buffett business.
Warren Buffett कौन है?
Investments.
He made investment in what?
Apple 10%.
आज का e-paper कितने लोगों ने पढ़ा हिंदू का? You read Educational Plus. You read Educational Plus. Why? You at least you saw there is an Educational Plus. One more thing. Yeah. அதில் போட்டிருக்காங்க today's paper they have highlighted one thing. Our students, our kids in India, they have knowledge. They are good in mathematics, history, geography, science. Okay, but they don't have financial literacy. They don't have what? Financial literacy. So now today, like you are also proving now, if you don't know Warren Buffett, you know stock market, Sensex, Nifty. So here there is an American who started investing in the American stock market, and he is one of the richest person in the world, Warren Buffett. Okay, so check who is this person. Warren Anderson, Warren Hastings and Warren Buffett. Confuse हो जाएगा, ठीक है ना? फिर चार्ल्स बेबेज, चार्ल्स डार्विन, ओके, ये सब है ना, चार्ल्स लॉ, फिजिक्स में चार्ल्स लॉ, ओके, ये सब आएगा. Stocks. Okay, next coming back to Bhopal gas tragedy, Fukushima nuclear disaster. Sometimes out of the box, these questions it comes. Otherwise, nuclear reactor questions comes. Okay, or nuclear bombs. Okay, Hiroshima, Nagasaki bombs आए थे. Okay, ready for the questions now? Okay, I'll tell you some names. You tell yeah. हाँ, when see अभी इंडिया में क्या होता है? उधर देखो. 1938, okay, 1938-39, Subhash Chandra Bose was removed from the Indian National Congress. He was removed from the Indian National Congress. So this 1939, what happens? Imagine this is India. He is house arrested. कोलकाता में क्या हो जाता है? House arrest हो जाता है. किसको arrest हो जाता है? Subhash Chandra Bose. So he escapes from the house arrest. From here he goes to Bihar. From Bihar he goes to Delhi. From Delhi he goes to Karachi. From Karachi he goes to Kabul. Where is Kabul?
Afghanistan.
Capital of Afghanistan. From Kabul he goes to Germany. He goes to Germany. Why? Because Germany में कौन है? हिटलर है. और इधर कौन है? ब्रिटिशर्स है. तो दोनों एनिमी है. करेक्ट? दोनों एनिमी है. So that's the reason सुभाष चंद्र बोस goes and meets Hitler. अभी हिटलर क्या बोलता है कि Britishers they are able to rule the whole world because of the Indian soldiers. Because they have very loyal Gurkhas, very loyal Sikh soldiers. Okay, you see in Africa, Sikh soldiers were fighting. In France also, World War One. Okay, when in Paris, the Indian army soldiers, the Sikh soldiers, they marched. There is a video, you check it. Okay, remember that.
Recently also.
Yeah, और इधर सुनो, World War II में, I was about to tell this point where Hitler topic, but I forgot. I told you Hitler started expanding his territory. जर्मनी से पूरा फ्रांस को कैप्चर किया, सब कैप्चर किया ना. Okay, अभी बताओ फ्रांस का कैपिटल क्या है? Yeah, France, it looks like this. Okay, imagine this is Paris. What is the capital? Paris. और पेरिस में आपको ऐसा एक टावर दिखेगा. Okay. No, Eiffel Tower is like this. It is like this. Okay, it is like a long tower. I am talking about a monument like this. The Germany soldiers, they captured France, they captured Paris, and they were marching under this. World War II में हिटलर ने पेरिस को कैप्चर किया था, मालूम है? They had captured Paris, so Hitler had such a big victory. That is why French, they had to do or die, and they had to win this battle. Otherwise, French would have been today it would have been under the control of Germans. If Hitler would have won, we would have spoken Germany. आज हम जर्मनी बात करते होते, या फिर अपना father of our nation would have been सुभाष चंद्र बोस. Okay, things would have been completely different. समझ में आ रहा है? अभी देखो इधर क्या हो गया? Subhash Chandra Bose, now here he goes to Hitler, and Hitler says that your Indian soldiers are helping the Britishers. So you try to first make them understand. That is why in Germany Subhash Chandra Bose started Azad Hind Radio.
So then he went to Japan.
सुनो एक यूपीएससी क्वेश्चन में ये क्वेश्चन पूछा था, आजाद हिंद रेडियो किधर स्टार्ट किया? ओके, सबको क्या लगता है आजाद हिंद फौज किधर स्टार्ट किया? जर्मनी. आजाद हिंद फौज was not started in Germany. आजाद हिंद रेडियो was started in Germany. Okay, और आजाद हिंद फौज means what? फौजी मतलब soldiers. This was started in Japan. Which country? Japan. इधर देखो, quickly I'll tell you some stories. Look here. So now from this radio, Subhash Chandra Bose started addressing the soldiers, Indian soldiers in Africa, in Europe, trying to make them understand that lay down your weapons, come back to India and fight against the British. You support the Germans and fight against the British. This was the idea given by Subhash Chandra Bose by Azad Hind Radio. And Subhash Chandra Bose used to write 10,000 letters. He used to sit and he used to write 10,000 letters. He used to go in plane and drop that letters from the plane. Pamphlets hota hai na? He used to drop that so that Indian soldiers will see that and they will read. Okay, aisa situation hota tha. Then Hitler gave an idea. He told that, look, dear Subhash Chandra Bose, Germany and Japan, we participated in the First World War. Japan during the First World War had victory over Russia, and they have arrested lakhs of Indian soldiers, and they are still in Japan. So you go to Japan and you talk to them, because now Japan, Germany, they are fighting against whom? USA and England. So आपका बात मान लेगा. So Subhash Chandra Bose is coming to Japan, and before going there, already there is a person called as Mohan Singh. Who is that? Already there is a person called as Rash Bihari Bose. Who is that? Rash Bihari Bose. Captain Mohan Singh. See, during First World War, try to understand, very important, question. Captain Mohan Singh in First World War, he was fighting in Japan, and after the war got over, he stayed in Japan. He never came to India. Next, Rash Bihari Bose, he was an Indian revolutionary. He killed one Indian officer and he escaped to Japan. So they both were hiding in Japan. समझ में आ रहा है? Now Subhash Chandra Bose got an idea that I can make use of these two people, talk to the Japan government and release these 1 lakh people, and I can start my own army. You understand? So like that, Subhash Chandra Bose goes with the help of Captain Mohan Singh and Rash Bihari Bose. They negotiated with the Japan government, and they started Azad Hind Force or Indian National Army. Indian National Army. And when they started this, the first woman battalion, it was named as Rani what? Lakshmi Bai. Rani Lakshmi Bai contingent. And the first captain of this was Captain Senegal. Okay, she was a doctor. समझ में आ रहा है? So ये situation हुआ. Then I think in today's newspaper also they have given the nephew of the Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay, they are demanding for the remains of Subhash Chandra Bose. And a few years back, many years back, I think 10 years or something back, the government of India took very seriously what happened to Subhash Chandra Bose. The government of India, they set up a CBI committee like that, and now they are going to release the information. Okay, so one particular day, the government told that we are going to give you the information what has happened. So everyone was waiting. After so many months, they told that we don't know what happened. Okay, so here is situation. समझ में आ रहा है? So this is what happened. Any other doubts you have?
Sir, regarding this, I saw a movie, sir, very nice. Whatever you told, it was very that movie, sir. Subhash Chandra Bose the Untold.
हाँ, वो इसमें डिस्कवरी में देखा होगा. डिस्कवरी ऐप में देखा. क्या?
चंद्र बोस के ऊपर मूवी
वही मूवी टेलीग्राम में वो इस डिस्कवरी ऐप से डाउनलोड करके किया होगा. ओके, मैंने डिस्कवरी ऐप में नहीं देखा, मैंने बुक पढ़ा है, मैंने स्टोरी बुक पढ़ा है. ओके, बिकॉज सी अभी मेरा जो स्टेज है, आई एम डिलीवरिंग समथिंग टू यू. ओके, यू टेक दिस इंफॉर्मेशन एंड यू ट्राई टू प्रोड्यूस द सेम थिंग टू समवन एल्स. अभी आप अगर आगे बड़ा हो जाओगे, सपोज इंडिया का प्राइम मिनिस्टर या कर्नाटका का चीफ मिनिस्टर कुछ हो गया, ओके, और भाषण में आपको मेरा क्लास याद आ गया और आपने एक इंफॉर्मेशन दे दिया और समझो वो गलत हो गया. ओके, तो लोग किसको पकड़ेंगे? ओके, लाइक दैट. सो दैट्स द रीजन whenever I am telling you this story, right, I can take you from the book which I have read long back 2006-7 में मैंने ये स्टोरी पढ़ा है और वो बुक अभी भी पीछे पड़ा हुआ मैगजीन में. So when I am telling this, that picture, that line which I have underlined, that is flashing in my mind. I am not looking at you. My eyes are there, but my eyes are running over that lines. Do you understand? So I will be safe. कल आके तुम मेरे को पकड़ोगे, मैं बोलूँगा मैंने ये बुक से लिया है. The publication is India Today magazine. So years, so months. Go and catch the editor of that, the India Today magazine. I will be safe. So you know this is how the thing should work. समझ में आ रहा है? So और कुछ डाउट है? Indian Army like that. और सुनो. Now slowly in Indian देखो. Meerut to Delhi, that incident happened, no? Okay, so Gorkhas and the Punjabi soldiers, they helped to capture the Indian soldiers. That is one thing. And in First World War, in Second World War, the soldiers, Punjabi soldiers, they were in the foreign land. And when they went to foreign land, then only they started getting habits of drinking, smoking, tobacco and all. The Sikh people, they are against intoxicants. Islam, they don't like to drink. कभी देखा है तुमने कभी Muslim people they are drinking? कभी दारू पीते हुए देखा है? नहीं करते हैं people. Yes, Saharsh, that kid. Okay, so there are some religions where it is forbidden. Understood? So same thing here. The Sikhs here, they have a very good set of rules. Okay, but now unfortunately what happened when they participated in the World War I, they were in trenches. So in trenches they didn't have any food and they were all surrounded by the Portuguese and the French and those people. So they had a habit of tobacco. Now they started giving tobacco, they started giving this. So usually this culture happens. Now imagine you are in Bangalore. Okay, I imagine you are from a small village, you came to Bangalore, you saw McDonald's. One day you feel like going and eating there. You ate it. Now you go back to your village and what you will do? You will spread the virus of McDonald's. You will say that, chalo, now we treat McDonald's la. Correct? So like that. So this is what is happening here. धीरे धीरे आदत बदल गया. अभी UPSC में क्वेश्चन पूछा था. When from Meerut to Delhi. Look at the question, we got like shocked. History इतने सारा book हमने पढ़ा है, but एक question ऐसा आया. From Meerut to Delhi, General Bug Khan, all the soldiers they went. Mangal Pandey movie, you have seen it. Okay, all the soldiers they went, and they were followed by the British soldiers. They were followed by the British soldiers, and they had taken a halt in Agra. The British soldiers, the East India Company soldiers, they had taken a halt in Agra. The question is, why did they take halt in Agra? And which soldiers they accompanied? They supported the British East India Company in Agra, and then they went to Delhi, and then they defeated the General Bakt Khan in Delhi. Like this question they have asked. ये question आने के बाद Google, Google we are searching, YouTube we are searching all the books and all, we didn't get any information. So we'll have to wait for one long year. We waited for one long year. UPSC gave an option A. That's it. They gave answer keys like option A. That's it. Now why, how, no idea. You understand? So 100% हम कर सकते हैं, पूरा बुक पढ़ा, सब कुछ पढ़ा, but थोड़ा हट के क्वेश्चन आएगा. Some questions will be beyond, out of the box. Okay, so we cannot expect like centum इधर नहीं है. Above 60% target करो. सारा subject, all subject you have to read and go. Okay, ready for the questions now? I'll be telling you the person's name. You have to tell me which revolution that person belongs to. Correct? Okay, Lenin.
Russia.
Yeah. Okay. Next, Hitler. Yeah. What is the other name of Hitler? Yeah. What is his autobiography? Mein Kampf. What is the meaning? What is the meaning? My story. Good. Okay. Next, we have another. Okay. George Washington. George Washington, which revolution? Huh? Okay, Maximilian. Yeah? Okay, Gallican. French Revolution. Who wrote the book Common Sense? Thomas Paine or Thomas Jefferson? Who is Thomas Alva Edison? Huh? Bulb. क्या बल्ब बल्ब बनाया खाया क्या किया? Okay, inventor of bulb. Okay, so remember Thomas में 3 है, Warren में 3 है, Charles में 3 है. Okay, ये सब remember. Okay, next we have Benjamin Franklin. Who is that? Which revolution? American Revolution. The incident of Boston Tea Party happens in which revolution? Okay, the incident of Lexington and Concord happens in which revolution? Which revolution? American Revolution. Okay, next. Tsar Nicholas is from which revolution? Which revolution? Okay. Which party was famous in Russian Revolution? Jacobin or the Bolshevik? Yeah? Bolshevik, correct. And Jacobin party? French Revolution. Okay. Next, who started Continental Army? Who started Continental Army? In which revolution? Continental Army by George Washington. Which revolution? American Revolution. याद रखो, so many things. Okay, fine. Who was the president of USA during Second World War? Ferdinand was killed in First World War. I am asking in Second World War, who was the USA president who coined the word UN? Franklin Roosevelt. Okay, so this is all your textbook thing. Now beyond this you have things like which party. It is not going to be asked in exam, but extra information. Franklin Roosevelt belonged to Republican Party. Okay, और उसका great granddaughter होता है ना, great granddaughter. She married to Arnold Schwarzenegger. She married to Arnold Schwarzenegger. And now tell me, Arnold belongs to which party? Guess कर सकते हैं? हाँ बस इतना guessing work in the. If you know the art of guessing, you pass this exam. Do you understand? Fine. Any other doubts you have? Hitler का हो गया, right? Adolf Hitler, Führer, Mein Kampf. Okay, Great Depression, Treaty of Versailles, correct? Fine. So all these revolutions. Suppose if there is not the PDFs are not present in the Google Classroom, one of you can come and take these notes. We can just take PDF. Hostel guys can come, convert it into PDF, and you can send it to your friends. Okay? Chalo. We'll see you tomorrow.